Well, it is a very good morning live from Andorra. I am Tim Warwood, joined by the man, the myth, the legend that is Sam Smoothie. Good morning.
Good morning, Tim. How are you doing today?
Absolutely mega. Well, we are here live to bring you all of the very best action from the Freeride Juniors from the World Tour here in Andorra. What a day it is for it. Look at that. You can see the chopper there heading up to the start gate. The sun is beaming, the snow has fallen, perhaps not too recently, but it has fallen. We have snow, we have a contest for you. And these are live pictures that you are enjoying wherever you may be around the world. You've got to say, Sam, Grandvalira, here we are. We're in for a good day, aren't we?
Oh, mate, I tell you what, there's nothing like the smell of avgas in the morning. Smells like Freeride to me. It's a bit warmer than the other day. It's going to soften up. We've got no clouds. This snow is going to release perfectly. It'll create a venue that the kids can ski to the highest of their abilities. I'm just so excited. I'm almost lost for words.
All right. Well, we've got a full packed day for you. We're not going to bamboozle you now with numbers and figures and facts and content details. But what we will introduce you to Grandvalira. Where are we? I hear you scream. Well, take a look at this. Look at the Alps here. My goodness, the Pyrenees, excuse me.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to confuse these with the Alps. A much different feel down here, a very relaxed Mediterranean atmosphere, you might say.
Well,
nestled between France and Spain.
Absolutely.
A beautiful place. Everyone is just over the moon to be down here.
But it's the second time. We were here last year for the juniors, and also we're in Andorra for the Freeride World Tour. That's actually the venue from last year.
And we have Luke Smith, the second place getter in the men's ski, dropping some nice action there. Beautiful conditions last year, but that's not to say this year's show won't be just as good. These kids are used to skiing in all conditions and are going to put on one hell of a show.
Yes, they are. And like last year, we've got skiers from all around the world, snowboarders from all across the globe, from as far afield as Mexico, the US of A, Canada, your home turf, New Zealand, Germany, Norway, and what an experience, Argentina. These kids, they get to come here, be amongst their peers, and compete on the highest level.
Yeah, indeed. Basically what we're trying to put on here is a show just like the Freeride World Tour. The judging's the same, the format's the same. These guys are going to come in, learn how the big show works. So when they do get there, when they do come up, grow up and take my job off me, they'll know exactly what to expect from the big show.
Well, I was going to say they're pretty much primed and ready to take
these kids are absolutely amped up. I've been in the hotel with them. They are super excitable. It's been almost hard to sleep there. The tension's been high.
Well, these are live pictures that we're enjoying. You can see the valley still basking in the shadows down there, but we are baked in sunlight up here at the peak. It was a nice, brisk 6 a.m. hike up this morning, and I tell you what, feeling good for it now. And these juniors, they've all hiked up as well this morning from the valley. We're on a different venue from last year. Let's take a look at that venue now. What will these guys be skiing and snowboarding on? Talk us through it, Sam.
Yeah, so starting off at 2,500 meters, the Tossa de Carap face, 327 meters of vertical at approximately a 35-degree overall pitch. There's going to be some steeper sections in here as well, though. There's plenty of rock features, as you can see. A few of the biggest ones are closed for safety reasons, but that's not to say there is nothing to jump. There is so many cliffs in here. There's so many options. These kids are going to absolutely fire down, link some great airs together, and just, give us what we want to see. Now, top action.
Now, this face is going to be in the sun all day, so visibility shouldn't be a problem. There shouldn't be too many shadows or anything like that for the guys, no?
No, exactly. We don't have any cloud issues today either, so visibility is 100%. We are going to send the riders that are going skiers right on the face, that's lookers left if you're at home on the television, as that will be the aspect that will soften the quickest.
Okay. Now, judging-wise, we've got to pick these apart somehow, haven't we? We've got to basically pick a winner. And, this is not like, say, freestyle. If you are new to the world of freeride, it's not a case of doing the biggest tricks or the most spins or the biggest flips. It's kind of, well, talk us through it. Talk us through the judging format here.
Yeah, well, basically we have the exact same format as on the Freeride World Tour. We have the same judges panel, which is amazing. There are 5 main categories, and as I drop in on screen now...
Yeah, that's you!
That's me winning last year, that's how you do it. Line score is all important. How you ride the mountain, the technicality of your line, building this up with jumps and airs and tight skiing. Fluidity is next. This basically having no hesitations, no stops, Just fast, fluid skiing, keeping that momentum going down the hill. And on screen, Grandvalira, the master of control. We won't want to see any issues, we won't want to see crashes, but we also don't want to see bad landings, hands down. We want to see you skiing like you know exactly what you're doing. Even though you're taking on a whole bunch of air and style, like Dude Charlet with that back three. Flips, spins, grabs, taking big air, adding those points up with the tricks. Technique, a little bit more of a vague one. This is more showing you know how to ski well, creating good turns, kind of linked with the control issue really. And that pretty much wraps up the judging criteria. You're looking to tick all the boxes in all those categories, show the judges you know what you're doing. Nobody wants to frighten the judges. They're pretty anxious people.
All right. Well, we're not too far away from getting things done here. We'll start things off with ski men first and foremost. Thank you for joining us wherever you may be in the world. I am Tim Warwood, and as I said earlier on, joined by Mr. Sam Smoothie, a man who, if you were to cut him in half, his blood would bleed Freeride.
He's very messy as well.
You sprinkle Freeride on your breakfast, don't you, basically?
Pretty much.
Well, let's take a look at it. I think we've got a video, a little portrait clip of Sam doing his thing on the Freeride World Tour proper. And you actually won here last year with a pretty impressive line, didn't you?
Yeah, one of the better ones last year for me. Couldn't quite get the whole season together. Seemed to get one big run a year, but I like to ski from my instincts, from my heart, and that's led me down some pretty amazing lines on the tour, especially this one in Andorra.
That was the winning one from last year. Now, you came through the open categories, or you had to qualify to be a part of this tour, didn't you? So is there a little bit of you that knows what the kids are going through here today?
Yeah, I started off in junior competitions in New Zealand, into the qualifiers overseas, fought my way onto the tour, but I think if I'd say anything to the kids these days is just to keep it fun. That's when I seem to ski the most, is when I take the pressure off, enjoy the setting I'm in with my friends, and just have a good time, you know? I mean, you want to be competitive, you want to win, but it's skiing, you know?
There we go. It's all about having fun, isn't it?
Exactly.
If you're feeling fun, you're skiing better. There's your programme for the day then, 9:30 local time. We'll start with the ski men, then we'll go straight into the snowboard men. Ski women at midday, and 12:50 will be the snowboard women.
But that is not to say you can get up and leave. Get back in your seat.
Absolutely.
Watch the whole show.
Yeah,
these kids have walked in the dark for you. They're here, they're excited, and they're going to be firing down every single one of them.
Absolutely. Also, it's worth noting, if you are across your social medias, use the hashtag FJWC. We'll get some, if you've got any questions either. I don't know if you've got any questions for me. Tim_Warwood, are you on Twitter?
Sam Smoothie. At Sam Smoothie, I guess. But yeah, get on screen, get online, let us know how you feel about the show.
Amazing. Also, the Freeride Junior Tour is where you'll find all the results and replays, and you can relive all of today's action if you like something, if you've seen something you like, perhaps a big trick, big air, or dare I say it, I don't know, a bit of a funny crash or a slam or going over the front of the bars, whatever you want to see, you can clip it out and share it live and as you're going through via the media player. So we've got our man down at the bottom there, Mr. Mike Warehouser. Mikey, how you doing down there, dude?
Well, Tim, Sam, thank you very much. We're looking pretty good. I think second time is a charm this time around. Last time we had Loic Cullen Patton do 2 test runs. We had another rider do a test run, and every single time it was as hard as this. You can see the snow down here is just starting to loosen up a little bit. If I jump off here, we're still pretty solid, but the warm sun is starting to loosen this up. We're going to be good to go here today for sure. We're going to have a lot of action, a lot of juniors coming down here, and it's going to soften up a bit for their landings. I think this is probably the most important part because a lot of these kids are going to be sailing bigger than they've sailed before just to try to impress the judges and claim that title. So I'm excited to see what's going to unfold down here. I'm excited to be down here in the finish when they can relash, they can open up, and they can start whooping. So we're going to have a good view from here. From the finish, as you can see, we've got almost every feature that the judges can see from up above. So the action is going to be good. It's all going to be in the sun today, and we are ready to roll. Back up to you guys. Thank you much.
He's a good man, Mike Warehouser. I don't care what the judges say about him when he's not around.
Those stories are all fiction, I've been told.
Mikey Warehouser then should be getting us all of the lowdown and speaking to the juniors when they do cross the line. So this is, of course, the Freeride Junior World Championships from Grandvalira. If you're just joining us, wherever you may be across the world, hello, bonjour, guten tag, guten morgen. Hello, how do you say it in New Zealand?
Colder.
What time is it in New Zealand, actually, thinking back? It will be night time.
It must be, yeah. It's about 9 p.m. at night, so actually pretty decent time for watching from New Zealand. So,
there you go.
Greetings.
There you go. Right, well, we're going to take a little commercial break. We're going to pay the bills. Don't go too far. If you need to go and use the loo, do it now. I'll be back here very shortly for all of the very best action coming live from Andorra.
So up the top, we have Cyril Nuri, a living legend. This man has won the Bec de Ross, the infamous Verbier Extreme, the final stop, and probably the most burly stop on the Freeride World Tour. He's won it so many times, I can't even remember. Basically his job here, he's going to be dropping in as the Forerunner just to test the snow, get the judges warmed up. They've been sitting in the cold for a while, and just to show us what the conditions are like, giving those kids a bit more information as well about what the on-slope snow is like. How now, brown cow? I did not do my vocal warm-ups this morning.
Cow. The arsonist was denied a bank loan. Yeah, I need to warm up my cheeks a little bit. A little bit chilly in the shade, but I'll tell you what, it'll be nice up there.
Yeah,
nice
up in the sun, on top of this beautiful mountain in Grandvalira in Andorra. Cyril Nuri, get on down there.
Bit of nerves for him at the top, you think, Sam? I mean, it's been a long time since he's competed.
Yeah, and I tell you what, there is nothing worse than going down in front of, pretty much your biggest fans.
Yeah, there you go.
I was slaughtered at the foosball table the other night by some of these juniors, and the look of disappointment in their eyes that I was not better at foosball. It haunts me still.
Well, I'm sure you can show them a thing or two on a set of skis. Well, look at this. There you go. Norway and Swedish flags there. Sorry.
Yeah, we've got some great support up here. Some friends and family have made the early morning hike. But just a little bit more information about the format here. In this situation, this is a visual inspection. So what that means, these kids have never actually skied this face. I don't think any of them would have ever skied this face. They've not even gone in there. They've just looked at it from the side, from the bottom, and had to pick their run, where they're going to ride down, by building up markers in their mind, using rocks, cliffs, trees, features, to make their own little internal GPS to guide them down the mountain. And that's a really tricky skill, because you have to invert it as well to what it's going to look like, what you think it's going to look like from the top.
Yeah.
And this is basically to prepare them for how freeride competitions are run for athletes, for the seniors, I guess you'd call. Yeah. Although that makes me feel like someone that gets paid a pension, which we don't. There should be a freeride pension, by the way. We need a union.
I think you need a pension too. Yeah, difficult skill to have, to look at a face from the bottom and then actually invert it. And also a lot of these, it will be blind, a lot of the rollers and cliffs and things like that. At the moment you're standing up there at the top. Okay, so contest director, Forerunner Cyril Nuri will take us through the motions, show these judges just how these conditions are bearing up. And I don't think he looks too nervous up there, does he, Sam?
No, I don't think he will be. He won't be looking to do anything gnarly. He's just going to ride down, not take any jumps, but just show everybody what the snow is like. Cyril, if you can hear us, cruise on down. Yeah, the kids will be looking closely at Cyril's run here, looking at what the snow's going to be like, looking at how, say, his board is running, seeing if it's, you can see there it's still juddering a little bit on some of that harder stuff, but it definitely looks better than the other day. I think we've made the right call. They're also going to be seeing, maybe if he uncovers any rocks, we call them sharks in the sport, any little hidden dangers. but it looks pretty solid as we watch him rip down at high speed.
He's flying.
This man knows how to turn a board better than most, even though most of his kids are probably a third of his age. Oh, he's gone down. That's a beer.
Well, it still looks a little bit hard on the top there, doesn't it?
Yeah, you can see not much in the way of tracks are being left, so the kids will be paying close attention. Well, they should be paying close attention.
There's the judges.
He's moving out to the skiers right of the venue, which we would hope would be the softest snow, being the aspect most turned towards the sun. He's just dipped out of sight there, but will come rallying through the galley. There he is now. You can see a little bit of snow movement from his board, but not much. So as soon as he's down, he'll be passing on that information to the organisers and to the kids. And you can even see as he hits these little bumps there, those little ruts from snow that's pinwheeled down on the warm times of the day look pretty solid, and giving his board a bit of a good beating there.
Yeah, a bit of a workout for sure. We'll see if we can get an interview with him from Mike once he gets down to the finish. It's worth noting, obviously, this is a level playing field, so to speak, because all these kids, they all have to ride the same thing, don't they? There's no other options really out there for the others.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they can choose whichever route down they want, whichever line they want. But yeah, in terms of, it's pretty much a fair show. The snow's going to be the same. Sometimes in freeride, when you have a powder on the event, if you go dead last, it might not be quite as fair as the guys that get the fresh snow. But when it's like this, it's actually quite good. Everyone knows what's going to happen. You're going to have to push forward. You're going to have to be on point with your skiing, with your landings. But it's going to be a fair show. So that's great. It's going to give these kids the best opportunity to go head to head.
There we go.
Now, if we can just cut possibly to Mike in the finish line. The man in the orange jumpsuit. No, he hasn't escaped from any prison, although he could possibly be done with locked up.
Well, I think we were going to try and get an interview with him, but actually I think Cyril's coming up to, he's coming up to just pass on the information, what it's like out there, so it can be relayed to the top.
And this will kind of define our exact start date. Will just be, obviously safety is of the paramount concern here. We don't want these kids going for big slides, so we're just going to talk to Cyril and get the lowdown on the conditions, and they'll be making that call as to when we're going to kick off for sure.
Well, if you're just joining us, good morning, hello and welcome to Grandvalira in Andorra. Tim Ward and Sam Smoothie with all of the commentary for you today from the Freeride Junior World Championships. And you've got to say, so far so good. It's looking, we're going to be in for a good day.
Definitely worth getting up and hiking through the dark to get here today. It's a beautiful day in the Andorran Pyrenees, and I don't think I'd rather be anywhere else. I don't know about you.
Good memories for you in these Pyrenees, Sam, because of course you won here last year.
Yeah, I won last year. This year didn't go very well at all, but I love coming to Andorra. It's got a beautiful, relaxed vibe. It's different to anywhere else in the Alps. Obviously being not in the Alps, in the Pyrenees.
Yeah. It's all right. It's a very common mistake to make. It is early.
I believe someone gave me decaf coffee this morning.
Oh, how dare they.
The fiends.
How dare they. Well, you can watch all of the replays on the website freeridejuniortour.com. And as I said about the tagging system, web viewers, you can basically scroll back through and you can clip out and share all of your favourite moments across your own social media. If you are on social media, hashtag FJWC. If you want that in the phonetic alphabet, that is Foxtrot, Juliet, Whiskey, Charlie. See what I did there?
That's pretty good.
And also on Facebook, it is Freeride Junior Tour. So
today being the day.
Look us out.
Yeah, today being the day, we're going to be crowning 4 brand spanking new Freeride Junior World Champions.
Yes.
What an amazing opportunity for these kids. It's only in its second year. I wish there was something like this around when I was a kid, you know, all those decades ago.
Come on, man. That was only, what, 5 years ago?
Yeah, I think mental age, I'm still, you know, like 21. Cyril Nuri just discussing the snow conditions as he's just ridden down the face as the Forerunner, talking with the judges and the organisers. I believe he's complaining about the chocolate cereal this morning. He's saying they did not get it out on time The chocolate was still hard.
How dare they?
I got an ulcer on my tongue. It's really big.
I can't tell actually if that's a smile or a grimace there. They are actually just next door to our booth here, but we'll let them get on with it. See the legend that is.
Yeah, well, maybe we can talk a little about the judges panel.
Themselves, yeah.
Standing up back in the yellow, we've got a confused-looking Tom Burt, legend of the sport. Just done so much for snowboarding and freeride in general.
Yeah.
I believe he is head judge today. And we can see Nicola Hale-Woods in the white bandana headbandy thing.
Well, what we'll do is we'll let the judges get that out of the way. But as you said, it's the second year that we're here in Grandvalira for the Freeride Junior World Championships. And we'll show you a little clip now to show you exactly what went down last year.
I'm Hank Billis, I'm from New Zealand and I'm 17.
Je suis Karl Renval, j'ai 18 ans et je viens de Suisse.
Moi c'est Ilona Carlo, j'ai 16 ans et je viens de la Clusa France.
Je m'appelle Luc Smith, j'ai 17 ans et je viens de la Suisse.
Well, that was last year, that was then, this is now. Grandvalira, these are live pictures. Good morning, bonjour, bon matin, guten tag, hello, good day. Wherever you may be in the world, wherever you're watching from, it's a very warm welcome from Tim Ward and Sam Smoothie in the commentary booth, joined by this man, Nico Hale-Woods, who is the contest supremo, we like to call you, a man that's... well, it's basically because of you that we're all here, is it? Is it your fault that we're all here?
No, it's not. It's not. It's the riders' fault. They are willing to have events and progress from juniors to seniors, like Sam.
I'm still not sure if I like the seniors term.
Yeah. Well, listen, the seniors is very. I mean, that's a successful tour, but let's talk about this one. Let's talk about the juniors because it's a good stepping stone for these kids. And actually, you talk about them as kids, but there's some rippers out there, aren't there?
I think so. I think we'll see some really solid action from what we've seen and heard. There are kids that are 17 and then they've been free riding, free skiing for 15 years. So they have a lot of experience, much more than what we can think.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first generation that's grown up free riding from the get-go. They've been watching the movies, they've been seeing these guys in action on the world tour, and I think they've just got so many more resources at their behest to get where they want to be with free riding.
Absolutely, and even in the last 2-3 years, we've seen that, and coming from North America, there are structures with coaches, with clubs, that are taking it much more professionally than a couple of years ago. So that's a good sign. It means that the discipline of free riding, free skiing has some grip.
Has a good future.
Yes.
I'm sorry, man.
That's all right.
He's not a senior. He's still part of the elite. That's the term I was looking for.
There you go. Why is it important to do this? Why slack all this stuff up here and put all this on for the juniors?
Well, it gives a window to the sport. This is how the sport progresses. We've seen those last 10 years that progression has been exponential, mostly to my eyes due to the fact that it is pictured through videos, through GoPros, and it goes viral very quickly. And I have 2 kids, 15 and 13, and they look at the move of Sam Smoothie, and the next or the same afternoon they try to duplicate, and that's one reason why the sport is evolving very fast. And then it's important because it does give a window and a global viewership for that industry from riders who can make a living out of it, and for the industry who's investing. I'm speaking of the snow industry, which is investing in gear to ski resorts. We are in one which is incredible, totally underrated, even if this year we don't have good snow conditions. But all this needs publicity to market themselves in this world which is very competitive. So there are plenty of reasons to organize this type of competition.
I think another point with this is it gives them like a big learning experience in order to progress in the sport safely. They're not just coming in here and hucking themselves down. They're getting to learn a lot. They've got the most experienced judges in the world. They've got like the organizers, Cyril Nerys, all these people around it. These kids are like feeding off and like learning from, but even from each other. I mean, you're bringing them together, and they've all got their own little strengths and weaknesses. And by bringing the best of the world together at a young age, you're creating friendships and learning opportunities for these kids to really just help them explode onto the scene.
Absolutely, and I always remember Xavier Delrue, who told me I really progressed through competing, because you need to scope your line. As Sam was saying, you share with your fellow competitors. You even share what do you think about this line? Is it makeable? How is the snow? And we really see that in that community, even at the elite level.
For sure.
And that pushes the sport.
You're not sort of almost competing in freeride. You're not almost competing against each other. You're more competing against yourself and the mountain about doing the best line you can do. And everyone, it still almost surprises me that everyone pulls together so well, and everybody that competes wants everyone to do their line the best they can and stomp it and come home safe, you know. Yeah,
it's not like at the end of a football game, you know, if, say, for instance, Barcelona have just thrashed Man United 8-0. You don't see Wayne Rooney going up to Messi and saying, "Hey, dude, your hat-trick was brilliant." David De Gea in goal says, "Hey, thanks for putting all those amazing goals past me." You know, you just don't see it, do you? You know what I mean? You know, Formula One, you know, some of the big sports out there, you know, they congratulate each other, but not like this. There's a real sense of camaraderie here, isn't there? That, you know, these guys, they're all exactly like you say, just to use exactly what you've just said there. They are competing against themselves and against the mountain, you know, first and foremost, really, aren't they?
Yeah, indeed. And I think it's the nature of the sport, of the environment we're in. We're out here. I mean, we just walked for an hour and a half to get here. That's always in the back of your mind. Just the best day is when everyone comes home safe and gets to go out tomorrow and do it again.
There you go. There you go. Well, this is The Face. Hello, good morning and welcome once again. If you're just joining us, where on earth have you been for one? You're late, but actually that doesn't matter because we are on a little bit of a contest hold here. We're waiting for the snow to soften up just a little bit. We've had our first Forerunner come down the Tossa de Carrup here in Andorra, and I believe Cyril's just going back to the top.
Yes.
And he'll have another check and then see
Absolutely.
how it goes.
We're going to give him a go in 3 minutes at 10:02. So 20 minutes after his first run. Conditions should change pretty quickly. And hopefully when he's down his run, he gives a go for a first bib number, first rider at 10.
Okay, perfect. Well, that will be local lad, Guillaume Campani Ferreira, excuse me.
Really good to have a mouthful right off the bat with the first competitor there.
Yeah.
But I mean, look at these range of countries. I mean, this is the Freeride Junior World Championships, and we've got the whole world here of skiing. It's amazing. It's really, they've come from a long way. Big ups to their parents that have come out and given them the opportunity, brought them out here, their coaches even. It's wonderful to see the support these kids have.
Yes, I'd like to give a special thanks to the families and coaches. This wouldn't be possible if those parents weren't supporting their kids. And for some of them, travel to Europe for the first time, and that's great to see. No, it's not Forerunner. It is actually Claude-Alain Gaillan, the head guide. He went back up with Cyril Nery, and we'll give a go to Cyril Nery in 1 minute. So I'm gonna leave you guys.
All right. Well, thank you for that. Good luck out there. Not that you really need a good luck because you're not really doing anything super impressive today. I'm joking. You're going to be
have a good day.
Pulling the strings. You have a good day. Thank you for joining us.
In other news, Tim Woods is looking for a new job.
Yeah, I need a new job if anybody's...
But on screen, we do have the head guide, the snow master from the Freeride World Tour, Claude-Alain, head guide. He's going to be just checking the venue out, making sure, once again, while we have this little delay to allow the snow to soften, which it is, look at these short turns.
Hey, look at that.
He's going right, then left, then no way back to the right. Oh my God, this is riveting stuff here in Andorra.
Well, contest just on hold, just at the moment.
Get yourself a hot drink, get yourself a cup of tea, get those legs stretched up, because once we are going, you will not want to leave the couch.
Oh no. Or the office.
The office toilet even, if you're not supposed to be watching this. You're just in there streaming it live from your phone.
Maybe
which
you are.
I, never used to do.
Well, things softening up nicely.
Just getting a few cameramen in place as well. Obviously, this is a live stream from the Freeride World Championships of the world, the globe, the galaxy. The entire Freeride nation is here represented.
That's a pretty good claim, isn't it? To go back to school on Monday morning or, Tuesday or wherever you're going home to and saying, what did you do on the weekend? Well,
homework.
I did my homework. What did you do? I just went and became the champion of the world at free riding.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Boom! Massive playground respect points. Which is what this is all about, really. Winning at playground life. This is a playground for adults, for children, for anyone who wants to walk an hour and a half in the dark to get themselves up here and come ski some glorious Pyrenean corn once that sun warms it up.
Jesus, man, you're pretty good at this commentating stuff. You should...
I'm probably going to run out of words in 5 minutes and just go totally silent for the rest of the day.
Okay.
We have Cyril Nery, Freeride legend up top. He's having a second forerun down the venue.
I think he's just basically having a second go. He enjoyed his first run so much. He's like, yeah, I think it's a bit sketchy. Maybe I'll go and have another one. Just head back up there and...
Pretty much this entire championship is a ruse for a whole bunch of freeride guys to hang out together in a cool location, get some riding in, hang out at a nice hotel. Thanks for that, Grandvalira. And, just have a little bit of a holiday. Apparently there's some children that are going to do some skiing soon.
Well, there's our judges.
Yeah,
And
the
there's
esteemed panel.
Nico that we just saw. Nicola,
Picking
who's
his nose.
again, they're having a little bit of a conflab here.
Yeah, obviously, all jokes aside, safety is of the utmost importance.
Yep.
And these are people's children out here. Just crossing himself, perhaps saying a few Hail Marys. Highly religious man, Cyril Nui. Checking his titanium hips are working. Oh dear, it's time to get a croissant. Cyril Nui on course.
He's not that old, is he?
No. He probably does, you know, remember his years following the Grateful Dead. Cruising down there. It definitely looks like it's softening up. You can see that board
He's still
slicing
flying
nicely.
down.
Always in a hurry, Cyril Nui. Lots of things to do. Out on the skiers right. He's gone skiers right because this is the sunniest aspect. And also, slashing that surf turn off the top there. Wish I could surf better. He's going skiers right. Just this is the most sunny aspect where the sun will have affected the snow the most, softened it up, and where we're going to be sending the first riders. It's looking good. I think we might be not too far away, Tim.
Well, that is good. I'm excited. Quite fancy a little shred down that face.
Do you think
No,
we'll,
I
do you
don't.
think we'll
What am I
get to
talking
we'll
about?
get sent up? You know, the commentator's perspective. Dropping into a nice wee cooler there. You can see the snow moving off his board. It looks like it's a lot easier to ride now. All good news. Bit of bumps there though. Still a few wee sharky sharks. A few wee hidden snow snakes.
Yeah. Just ready to catch out your board or your skis. Just hidden under the snow.
That's the thing with Freeride. This will be the first time all of these kids have ridden their lines. So the very first chance, one chance to rule them all. It's a bit like Lord of the Rings, really, isn't it?
From your home country as well.
Yes, yeah.
I had a friend who was a ring wraith.
Yeah?
Do you know Chris Kirkham, the cameraman? He's
Oh,
actually
yeah,
a
yeah.
snowboard cameraman. He's also an incredible horse rider. And he was a ring wraith in Lord of the Rings. There's a little bit of trivia for you. He actually hid a sword up on the moor where they were filming and then went back to it a year later because you had to check in all of your armour and swords and all that stuff. Stole a sword. Probably shouldn't have said that live on the webcast.
Peter
right.
Jackson,
Yeah.
I
No
will
way.
offer you Chris Kirkham's address
There's
for,
no-
let's say, one elf.
Yeah. There's no way Peter Jackson is watching this. If Peter Jackson is
Jackson
watching
is
this,
a big Freeride fan, I can tell you that very much.
There we go.
Big news, breaking news.
Right, we have our first rider to drop in 5 minutes' time, so that is good news. That gives you a very little short window should you wish to go and use the bathroom or grab yourselves a cup of tea or maybe a cold beer from the fridge. We do not advocate underage drinking here on the show. I very nearly ended up on your lap then, Sam.
Wouldn't be the first.
Then go and do it now. 5 minutes and we will be kicking things off here. It is a very warm welcome and hello from the Freeride Junior World Championships in Grandvalira-Andorra. We are beaming live to you. The incredible job that the organisers have done and the technicians to get this beamed. We're not in this. You can actually see the ski resort there, bottom left. You can see the runs cut into the trees there. That is Grandvalira. We're across the valley at a venue that we've hiked up to this morning in the dark, and somehow they've managed to. I mean, just look at the setup we've got up here. We've got the tents, we've got the generators. We're beaming this live. They've got like the desk from the Starship Enterprise next door, which compresses and does all of the jiggery pokery and cameras and mixing and I don't know what. But
Thankfully not William Shatner, though, running the show. We've got
There
a
we
very
go.
experienced crew
Yes.
here. We've all come together from around the world to put on the show for the kids. Well, not even kids, though. These are some of the best
well, that's
rippers
it.
you would ever see at a mountain. They just happen to be under 18.
That's it. Well, we're going to start things off with the ski men first and foremost. As you've said, some of the best skiers and snowboarders from across the globe. There's some of the best junior free riders, that's for sure. Guillaume Champagny-Ferreira will start us off from Andorra.
Seems fitting to have the local rider lead out the competition here. If anyone's ridden this face, it might be Guillaume, but I'd be surprised. We're out in the wops here.
No, we are. Thomas Moreno, local lad as well.
Jackson Bathgate there from Canada, winner of the two-star junior event just last week in Balnor-Darkilis. Great run there.
There we go.
And last year's champ, Artur Raskin.
Yes.
He's back again. He's still underage. He's still hungry to win. I was talking to him a couple of days ago. He's fired up to defend his title, but he's got a lot of talent up against him.
Notably, a few of the Americans bringing up the rear.
A massive American team there. I mean, look at this. We've got Craig Murray from New Zealand. He won the New Zealand Junior Freeride Tour that I was commentating, judging, mentoring, hanging out.
Yeah.
Victor Puval, another name I recognise there. An amazing rider. It's hard to believe these are all under 18-year-old riders. These are some amazing skiers, people.
Well, they will get one go down this face. As you said earlier, it's a visual inspection only. They don't get to ski down. They don't get to come and pick their lines. They can stand, take photos, use binoculars, do whatever they will. But ultimately, it is a case of locking that line in your head, getting to the top, trying to visualise it, and then throwing it down.
Yeah, exactly. It's a big mental challenge as well. Putting yourself in a position mentally to let go, to let your skis run, to ski aggressively in a line you have never laid PTEX on before. And here's the face itself, the Tossa der Karup, in near, I'd say it's not in, near Grandvalira-Andorra, 2,500 metres, 327 vertical metres at an average gradient of 35, though there will be flatter sections and then conversely steeper sections. Plenty of cliffs for the guys to catch plenty of air on, and girls, I should say. And we've got Cyril Nuri crouching and playing a game of charades, going bald. Angry face man. We've just had it from Cyril. The conditions are still reasonably firm, but we are going to start in terms of trying to get the fairest result for the entire field. If we don't start now, by the end of it, it will be slush and
Too
bad
soft
for the kids' knees. We can't have that. So while it's firm, it is rippable. And Guillaume, he looks fired up.
Well, I'm sure the judges, will the judges take that into compensation? Will they think to themselves, okay, you know, we've got almost a, I did actually say earlier about being a level playing field, but actually it's kind of more on a skew now, isn't it, really? These
It's
guys,
a little bit. I don't think it'll affect them too much. It will mean these first runs will be a bit faster. The landings will be a bit harder, but the course will be fresh. There won't be any other holes in the way from previous tracks or landings.
yeah.
I think it's going to be reasonably fair. I mean, it's freeride. You never quite get everything the same. It's not gymnastics. People, we're out here in the mountains. You got to deal with the variables as best as you can. Oh, we're almost underway with Guillaume Champagny Ferreira from Andorra. He's on course.
All right, well, a little bit of an unknown quantity to us here. 17 years of age from Ordino in Andorra, and well, he's charging straight off the bat.
He's not worried about that hard snow. He's laying fat, fast turns down the venue. Holding your speed is a great way to keep the judges entertained. It looks like he's going to take his first air with a huge double. Holy smokes! Controlling that really well. Cut my legs off and call me Shorty. Holy moly, that was good.
What a way to start things off.
Oh, if I hadn't just cut the hairs off the back of my neck, they'd be standing up right now.
It looks like he's coming in here for a little drop. I say little
Wow.
drop. Oh!
Wow! Guillaume, get down, you bad man. That
Oh
was
my-
incredible.
Well-
Huge tranny finder, landing that last year right beside the rocks to catch the steepest landing possible. I am air punching.
Oh my goodness, what a way to start things off. He has absolutely ripped the lid off that.
Oh, good luck, judges panel.
Well, normally the judges need to leave a bit in the tank, don't they? But what are they going to do there?
Guillaume has just laid down the gauntlet to the rest of the field. Those guys up top would have heard the hoots and hollers if they couldn't see it. Look at the speed he carries. Little bit of a hand down there, but it's in these conditions, that's pretty admirable control, I think.
And then this from above.
Oh, this is a great angle. Look at the commitment.
Brilliant.
I quit. I am announcing this officially on international television. I quit.
Well, the Freeride Junior World Championships off to an absolute belter.
Dropping the score. Flat 80 points there for Guillaume. That is a high score. I tell you what, going first is no bunch of roses. It's really tricky because there's no runs for you to compare against. The numbers don't mean too much. It's just ranking the athletes in order of where they finish.
Well, like Schorderet.
From Switzerland, there's a good Swiss contingency out here. One of the powerhouses of freeride on the World Tour with riders such as Samuel Antomadin and Jeremy Heitz. Let's see if he can follow in their footsteps. Heading skiers right as well.
How's he going to feel now, dropping in, having just heard what's gone on there? I mean, he's just, you know, heard the whoops and the hollers and the cheers from the finish area up top, and
I'd like to think it would fire him up. He's heading right out skiers right, getting a nice air off the cornice there. He's working his way, cleverly using the best snow conditions, which are skiers right at this point. Airing that cliff, super solid riding here. As you can see, picking a completely different ride from the previous run of Guillaume. Working his way right out, right on the boundary. They're basically given this mountain going anywhere from between here and here, you're allowed to ski, and he's pushing that boundary to the limit. I'd say he's eyeing up a big one here. Very confident skiing. Huge air out. Oh, stomping the absolute snot out of that one. Just disappearing from behind. He's a happy man, and why wouldn't you be?
Why wouldn't you be? Comes up, poles in the air, and he likes that.
And let's see, Luke's favourite trick is a flat 3, which is kind of halfway between a backflip and a 360 if you're not up on your freeride parlance. No tricks in this run, but putting down a very solid, smooth, aggressive, technical line there. Traditional but good stuff from Luke.
Not too many features up at the top there. What are the judges, what will they be looking for just to get down that nice and fast, or nice and solid, nice and smooth? What are they going to be looking for, that top?
Here we have a replay. That's a beautiful wear. No issues on the landing either. The good thing about freeride is you've got this range. You're allowed to express your riding how you like. So if you want to go really fast and only hit a few cliffs, but hit good and fast, big air, that's going to score well. Conversely, you can also ski tighter, a bit slower, maybe with more features linking things together, like multiple airs without much space between them, some grabs. That's also going to score well. And here comes the score. Let's see, can he take the top spot? It's going to stay with Guillaume, but that's still a really good score. 75 out of 100. Luke's got to be happy with that.
Next, skier Sam Kutch, coming out of Canada.
Yeah, Canucks, he's probably been having maple syrup for breakfast here.
Good, strong contingent from the North Americans.
Yeah, I've been hanging out with their coach out of the whitewater scene there. Great place to ride. Sam going out along the ridge. Big, fast turns from him. This will be an amazing experience, coming to an entirely different venue than what he'd be used to from Canada. Getting a little bit of a hip up there. He's working his way down the wind lip. Nice 360,
nice.
Stopping that clean. Those tricks will be building up his air and style category right off the bat.
Probably won't be doing his confidence any damage either. Nice.
It looks like he's building. Basically in freeride, you start on 50 points, and that was a committed air there. Blind takeoff, high speed, big consequence. That's going to be doing great things for the judges' feel. As he works his way into this last zone, taking the side hill of air there, I'd say he's going to be, and he is, linking it off that second feature, getting a grab as well. Really ticking the boxes here. Working his way, not just pointing to the finish line, using these little side airs to gain some valuable extra little points. This is great stuff.
Good run from Sammy boy.
Yeah, Sam, you know, obviously a powerhouse name in freeride.
Yeah.
If I do say so.
Something in the name. Something in the name.
Must be that.
Well, the action coming thick and fast live from Grandvalira. If you've just tuned in to FreerideJuniorTour.com, hello, welcome. Tim Ward and Sam Smoothie taking you through all the proceedings you are watching on your screens. Sam Kutch, who has just thrown down another very solid run.
We've had 3 runs and all 3 have been great. Look at that blind air. Not even much of a cliff, but more just a rollover peppered with rocks. That is committed skiing. I like it. Look at that snow. This snow is still not ideal, but the kids have got enough to gain purchase in, linking those turns beautifully between the ears. I tell you what, I am glad I'm not judging today. Commentating is much more fun. These kids are crushing it.
Well, there are the judges.
I believe I just saw Dion Newport's beard go a little bit whiter right off the bat. Oh! We have a new leader!
83!
That is a big score.
Well, the judges obviously like that blind takeoff that you liked as well.
I think so, and they had a 360 up top.
Yeah.
Plenty of style with multiple grabs up. We've got Paul Deportaz from Switzerland. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. I'm probably going to do that all day.
Don't worry about it.
Dropping in. He looked excited. This is good to see. These kids are fired up. There's probably a little bit of nerves as well, but that's all good. Nervous energy. It's going to make him rip down the space super quick.
Taking a high line there as well.
Look at that helicopter just tracking beautifully. We've got some great pilots here in Andorra. It's been quite the show. Getting the 360 off the top like Sam, stomping that down as well. He's chosen it. This is, I'd say, almost the first similar line we've seen.
Yeah.
He's taking a slightly different air from this top roll, though. Finding that rocky takeoff nicely there. High-speed skiing, high consequence. A little bit of an air off the top into this exposed section. One way in, only airs out. Let's see where Paul's off to. Sends that nicely, finding the perfect landing. He wants more, though. Racing off that bottom one, unfortunately going down. Not quite a full crash, but on a day like today, you've got to be full control.
Got to be ripping it, haven't you? You've got to be stomping all your landings.
I got to say, I like the commitment, though, there from Paul. He was flying at that last drop, and I think he almost just had too much speed into that landing, which got quite flat quite quick. But good on him for going for that all in or all out. This is the Freeride World Junior Championships, and there is nothing to leave on the table.
One run, and you will be crowned world champion. Should you throw down?
What an opportunity. These kids have been so excited all week. It's basically been like hanging out on the world's best school camp.
Yeah.
And what a location for it. Beautiful sunny day here. We've got the sun up, we've got the moon up. We've got blue skies. Paul's score coming in there at a 63. I'm thinking that would have been a really high scoring run without that control issue on the very last feature.
Yeah.
Judges probably docking 15 plus points off that one.
Well, back to the top. Hugo Dentan probably wishing he had slightly darker lenses in than yellow lenses.
It is sunny here. I hope you've got your sunscreen at home on the couch, because this sun is beaming at you straight from the Pyrenees. This is Mediterranean life, baby. Hugo Denton dropping in. Now all these riders are going skiers right at this point because that's the softest snow. We will see people skiing full line later on. Let's see what Hugo is going to try and do to get those judges up out of their seats and excited.
Yes.
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
Coming in with a nice air off that wind lip. No trickery from Hugo so far, but there are plenty of features down here that will give themselves up for threes and backflips and all manner of excitement.
He's charging.
He is. He hasn't got the hesitation blues today. Hugo is firing down.
He's had hesitation. He's already eaten his hesitation for breakfast. He doesn't need any more of it.
Yeah, which is good, because I tell you what, these cereals at the hotels are a bit too sweet for my liking. He's found one here. just gliding off that, stomping it, making it a big double stage, a big back slap though. Oh no, he's down, bouncing off those rocks savagely. It looks like he's moving okay. He's giving us the okay signal. They build him tough in Switzerland. Sweet Mary Josephine, that was pretty hard to watch.
And his airbags come out.
Yeah, the kids all here are wearing full ABS and avalanche equipment. Safety obviously being a huge concern. I've got to say, I'm impressed. That was a big crash, and he looks like he's walked it off like
Do you
a
think
boss.
he released that? Is that like a safety airbag, or is
It is
that
a safety airbag to protect. You can see it cradles the neck and upper spine to protect them from injury, but also say if an avalanche were to occur, to help them float on the surface to stop them from becoming buried. But Hugo,
but I didn't know if that was a manual release there, if that was an automatic release. Has that gone off automatically when he's crashed?
Hard to say. We might see it on a replay. Basically, he would have a trigger, a little handle on his shoulder, and in case of an avalanche, you would grab that handle and pull. But you could also just whack it on something and have that come off, fire off accidentally. So glad to see Hugo's okay.
Yeah, that's what we like to see.
Unfortunately, crashes do happen in freeride, as you can imagine with the wild nature of the sport, but everyone here is doing all they can to make sure every kid gets home safe for a nice hot cup of cocoa around the fire.
Well, if you do have any questions, do fire them into us at Tim Warwood or at Tim_Warwood or at Tim, excuse me, so I can do it, I only talk for a living. At Tim_Warwood, at Sam Smoothie. Use the hashtag FJWC. Get any questions into us. We'll do our best to get them answered for you guys at home, wherever you may be. The current standings then, Sam Cooch, the Canadian, with an 83, topping the leaderboard, and Hugo Denton with that crash there at the bottom, unfortunately, isn't going to do very well.
Looks like Hugo might have damaged his binding or ski there, but he is making his way down on one ski. Talented little grommet that he is. He's just going to try again with that, but as soon as he is clear of the face, we will be back underway. And I have to say, these first 5 runs have really impressed me. All of these kids are fired up and are here to play. They've come from around the world to ski themselves to the edge.
Yes, they have. Nigel Ziegler next to drop.
All the way from Nelson, Canada. Nelson being one of the little hotspots of Canada, producing such talent, I believe, as international superstar Dane Tudor, as well as the 2 cameramen from Legs of Steel. Some freeride trivia knowledge for you there.
There you go.
Now Nigel making some beautiful turns up top. It's not all just about jumps, cliffs and danger here. We want to see good quality skiing, and these turns of his will be already getting those eyes shining bright in the judges' tent. Holy, that looked dodgy from here.
Yeah,
a beautiful way
held
there
my
from
breath
Nigel.
a little bit.
The angle of our viewing here made it look like he was taking on the entire mountain in one hit, but he's biting off a bunch of cliffs and stomping them beautifully. This kid can ski.
My goodness, absolutely charging.
And the judges will be judging only what they can see. So, big 360 there. Yes. That would have been definitely looking at that with happy eyes. He's looking for more, though. Let's see if he can stomp this cliff that took down Paul before.
Yes.
Dekes it deep as well, stomping it. A different run, but great run altogether. This is going to be a good score, I feel.
And you talk about control, fluidity in the judging. Well, they're going to have liked that, aren't they?
Yeah, air and style as well. This is going to be a great run here. A great score, sorry, from Nigel as he crosses the finish line. I'd say his coach is going to be giving that kid an extra muesli bar. That was amazing.
Extra maple syrup. I did pretty good there, right?
Look at this takeoff. Big committed air like a cat and just stomping. A little bit, you wouldn't call it a back slap, but just a little bit of a control issue there, but not much of one for an air that committed. Perfect 360 though. Breath held. He doesn't look nervous. I think he knows he's had a good run. What do you think? What are your thoughts,
I think
Tim?
top 3 so far. to get into that top 3, he's got a best of 75.25. If he wants top honours, he's got a best an 83. We're just waiting for the judges to deliberate, have a look at it.
Tell you what, I can tell you from a competitor's point of view, this is one of the most nerve-wracking points when you know you've done a good run, but you know there's been some amazing runs that you haven't seen before you. You're sitting there and you're just hoping, pleading to some kind of freeride god. Give me the podium. Here we go. Nigel Ziegler. Does he go the way?
Oh!
Takes the top spot. We have a new leader. He's in the hot seat. Look at him. I hope he's got his sunscreen on, because that face is a happy man.
Well, there we go. Your new leader then, Nigel Ziegler from Canada, 85.75. And next to the top we go and cast our weary eyes on Jamie Lopez Garrido from Argentina.
Argentina producing some great freeriders. A good friend of mine, Nicky Salenson, on the world tour here. Let's see, I think he skis out of Serra Cathedral. I'm probably going to say that wrong as well.
I don't know where he skis, but I can tell you that he's an Aquarius. Loves making his own tofu, and he loves long walks in the park.
I tell you, that is some useful information.
But he rocks a massive 360!
Oh!
He's going backwards! No, he's down.
That is unfortunate. I think he might have surprised himself a little bit there. Unfortunately, clicking out of both the skis, I'd say he's be okay. Giving us a wave. That's always good to see. Good to see. Tell you what.
And that's the sign that you guys give. If you're okay, you just give a big old wang of the arms.
Yeah, and if you're hurt, you play dead. Or possum. That's maybe a better. Let's not use that word.
Play
possum. Lie down. And someone will be too. We might be sending a ski ninja to get his ski, though. It could be a little bit above him. You can see him just clicking out there. Unfortunately, that does mean Jamie will be getting a no score.
That's a shame. He just left it in the oven a little bit too long, didn't he, that 360? It was almost a 374, not divisible by 360. And
yeah. Unfortunately, I think with those airs, you're coming from blind, you're coming from behind the ridge. It's sometimes hard to judge how much speed to take. And full credit to Jamie, he might have been questioning himself, and he just said, you know what, pour some more on.
How? You cannot get hurt in the air. Speed is your friend.
This is very true. Unfortunately, when gravity does give you back to the earth, things can go a little awry.
Well, he's getting his skis hand delivered to him. That's what we like to see.
Yeah, now he's going to join Hugo on 2 points at the back of the pack there. Which is unfortunate. He's come a long way, but he's put his heart and soul into it, and he's given, I'm sure he's a little disappointed, but it's good to see he's not hurt. And we'll be back underway once we get the next riders in the start gate and once Jamie clears the finish line.
Oh, that's it. Okay. Thomas Moreno next to drop. Parking Constein. Arthur Askin there, 15, bib 15. The defending champion from last year. Justin Carpenter, Hugo Cameron. Craig Murray, one of your boys, Sam.
The Kiwi
Matthew
lads.
Gushwantner.
We spent 6 days on a boat to get here, I tell you what.
All right, Thomas Moreno then. This is a good kid. He's got a good energy about him, this boy. Never far from a smile. Thoroughly enjoyed himself last year. He actually skipped school to be in the event last year. And he got away with it until his headmaster saw him on TV and said, hang on a minute.
You didn't have the flu.
No, I think he actually got a little bit of dispensation there. He got permitted, but no, good kid.
Riding
lad.
for Head, Haglofs and Kask of Sweden. The local lad got one of the biggest cheers at the ceremony. So I bet he's feeling that hometown support. I always find it's great competing in front of my friends and family. Just fires you up that little bit more, just to push a little bit harder.
You could probably see his house from up there as well.
That must be nice as well, you know.
I might just ski straight home.
Keep going home, bit of mother's cooking. He's making his way to this popular ridge here. And he pounds off it there, going, oh! Unfortunately, this air seems to be taking a toll on the juniors. What have they been giving these kids for breakfast? They are absolutely sending.
He's probably experiencing the phenomenon known as being winded at that point. He just managed to put his chest into the floor and still
here we see the replay.
Hard.
Takes off well, but just starts getting a little screwy and going down pretty hard there. He looks like he's okay though. I don't know what maybe he's wearing chainmail or some form of ancient Andorran armor.
An inflatable sumo wrestling suit.
Now that would be the ticket.
Yeah.
Enter Zorb mode, go!
Well, that's a shame. He's going to be thoroughly gutted there.
Yeah, these kids have been dreaming of this day for quite some time now, so you hate to see them crash. But it's when you push that hard, it's a fine line between pleasure and pain, and I just hope he's not in too much pain. It's just maybe a bit of pride dented.
What's it like to be up there in the start gate? I mean, you know, we spoke about coming up here at 6 a.m. in the dark. These kids were only a couple of hours behind us. They've gone and hiked all the way up to the top now. And, you know, some of these, they'll be waiting, what, an hour up there? You know, what's your mindset when you're in the start gate at the top and you can hear the helicopter buzzing around and you can hear the oohs and the ahs and the whoops and the hollers? And
yeah, it definitely gets your heart racing, I can tell you that much. I find I often feel pretty much nauseous. But in the start gate, I like to just listen to some music that's nice and chill, hang out, enjoy the beautiful surrounding and the good people, maybe have a little bit of banter with the boys.
Yeah.
And kind of almost try and forget what's about to happen.
Yeah.
Because if you sit up there for an hour just going over and over and thinking about your line and it's just going to kind of eat you up. So I find it's quite good. Just try and relax and enjoy the beautiful surroundings. And then 5 minutes to go, to switch on, go through your line in your head, get dialed in, get nice and quiet and focused, get that head kind of mellowed out and just relaxed, you know.
Yeah.
Very zen.
Breathe it in.
And then maybe scream bloody murder and drop it.
In through the nose, out through the mouth. Well,
indeed, and dropping in.
Constant from Whitefish, United States. He's an Aries. Well, let's just see how he handles this wedge, because people have been sending it off this cornice.
And having no difficulty there. Nice 360 there from Parkin. You got to say, I admire the aggression. When you've seen a couple of your competitors go down, to stick to your plan of the big 360, that's some impressive stuff. He's coming into this popular rollaway here, just skating for more speed, having no trouble clearing the rocks. Good control, good air and style. Parkin knows what's this freeride mess all about. How's that image? The moon in the background.
Just about, you literally took the words out of my mouth.
He's working his way to this bottom here. He's going to need to pound it. And he does. Stomps the landing.
Oh, lovely.
Just linking the second one to it as well. Taking it side hill, which is smart. Getting the longest landing transition he could find by going more across the hill. Makes it easy to land. Woo, we're back on track.
There
Another beautiful run.
We got one back. We've got one down to the bottom.
Tell you what.
Go for it.
I'm heating up. I'm getting so excited. I've got to take off a puffer. This is epic stuff here.
Can I borrow it? I'm freezing.
Parkin, he looks happy. He's come a long way to put that run down. Put a lot of heart and soul. In that bit of a deduction there. Lacing through the rocks. Getting that one really nicely. Perfect landing there. This kid squats.
No hesitation from him, was there, in that run?
No,
just
none
charged.
at all.
Good
Whoa,
job.
Those
Good
landings
job.
are not easy.
Well, remember, if you like what you see, you can cut and clip and share via the web viewer, freeridejuniortour.com. Any questions for me, Tim Ward, or the main man, Sam Smoothie? Fire them over to us at Tim_Ward or at Sam Smoothie, or use the hashtag FJWC. Did I say that correctly?
I think so.
Panic in his voice. FJWC. Yes, I did. Any shout-outs? This is a webcast. It's interactive, man. It's the future.
Welcome to the future.
Yeah.
Pretty soon I'm not going to be even competing in freeride events. I'm just going to be sending a hologram down. Much less risk that way.
There you go.
Parkin score locking in.
He's not waited for it. He's gone. Oh!
77.75. Still a really good score there from Parkin. Possibly those two little landing issues. Not full back slaps, but just not quite as clean. I mean, the level here today is super high.
Jakob Uvenis.
Yeah, I believe with
Uvenis.
the...
I'm not sure what the O with the little line through it
I think
is
it's
pronounced.
like
Uvenis.
I apologise to
The whole of
Norwegian.
Scandinavia for
Yeah,
that. Sorry.
let's just go the entire lot.
Bastardising your language
Coming
there.
out
I'm
of
very sorry about
Rudal,
that.
Norway, a great place to freeride. Loved my time competing there back in 2012. Epic freeride culture. As Jakob comes in off the top, nicely controlling that air, getting some good turns going. The snow does appear to be softening, although he's probably used to it. These Norwegians, they're tough monkeys. They're used to hard snow. I know riding with the Swedes and the Norwegians, they love a good hard snow landing. You know exactly what's going to happen. Push those hands forwards, get your stompy legs on, and put down the landing gear. And he says he loves a good back flip here. It's pretty brutal conditions to be going upside down, but that's one of Shane McConkey's old favourites. Just ski down and jump off of something. Go upside down, Jakob. Finding a new air there. Big one too.
Nice.
Perfect landing. That's a sniper transition, just holding his speed through those flat spots down there. It's good to see some variation.
There you go.
Tell you what, that was pretty dang big air. Had those nice trees on the takeoff, would have helped him line it up. But there was plenty to clear, and clear it he did. He looks like a happy man.
Well, Jakob getting welcomed into the finish area by the Cineflex helicopter, guiding him home as we enjoy a few slow-mos from his run.
Just a little bit of
In
a
the
deep
back
squat
seat, a little bit there, yeah.
Yeah, I tell you what, this snow will be pretty hard for landings. Some of these don't have the longest of landings, so if you take a good amount of speed into it, like these guys are, you might find yourself jumping out of a two-story building onto a flat pavement. Hoorah! Send that boy to the Marines. He is a strong one.
He had his legs turned on there.
Oh, did he what?
Do they still do national service in Norway? Do they still have to go and do it in the army?
I don't think he's even old enough for that yet.
I don't think he is. No,
Don't give that man a
probably
rifle. Give
can't-
him a pair of freeride skis.
Probably can't even buy a lottery ticket. Well, what do the judges make of
Tell
it?
you what, though, he can buy 62.25 points with that run.
There you go. Well, he won't be troubling the top spot today, but valuable experience as we go back to the start gate for Leo Berker.
Leo Berker from Deutschland, the Bergführer. Let's see what he can bring to the table. He is looking intense down the field. 2, 1. On course. Here we go. Luke
Berker. You were only one letter off.
Leo Berker.
Oh, excuse me.
Look at us.
Leo, we were
stumbling
both
over
off.
words. There's too much excitement here. I'm just watching too much amazing runs. I'm getting too excited. He's working his way to this ever-popular corner here.
Very
Nicely
nice.
done there. Tell you what, I'm pretty keen on making a few turns myself up there.
Really? Well, I was going to ask that. Is, watching this, does it get you, are you thinking to yourself, oh man, I wish I was up there?
I wish I was competing. This looks like good fun. Leo making it look good fun too. Another nice solid air there. Working his way down to the blind roller. Off the top. Making it a double stager. Like the fluidity there.
Yeah.
Full aggression as well. You know, just getting that extra little bit, that little air in, you know. He's got that exposure factor. Can he make the second part of the double? He's lined it up nicely. Putting
Very
down
nice.
a very clean run. No control issues so far to my mind.
He's going to say thank you very much. He's going to bring that receipt into the finish area.
Auf Wiedersehen, Pet. Leo Burker making his way to the bottom. Not quite as much aggression, but no control issues. Good fluidity, a number of good airs. That's another great run. Smart skiing from Leo. We love to see that.
There we go. Down safely. Thumbs up to his fans, to the people at home. And we see this first 360.
Really nicely dialed in there. That has given a number of people some issues, so good to see him putting that freestyle maneuver down like a boss.
It was nice, it was clean, it was fluid. Not the biggest of jumps.
Yeah,
that
just
we've
a little
seen.
foot off the
Little tentative,
aggression.
maybe.
Wouldn't quite say tentative, but just, yeah, not the full aggression, but
Yeah.
really like the smart skiing, doing what he knows he can do, and that's what we love to see, you know? It's
You
about
can build
learning
on that.
experience, exactly.
You can build on that.
Exactly. Judges taking the time here, but they're locking in a score for Leo Burker. Where is it going to sit him?
66.5, sixth place for the German. Das gut. Vielen Dank.
Das gut, Leo. Ich bin eine kleine Schneider.
What did you just say? Did you just read my mind there? What was that?
Now we have another one of the argy-bargies, all the way from Argentina. It's Felix Bobbio. If anyone's looking for a place for a ski holiday, Argentina has got to be one of the best. If you like skiing and meaty barbecues, this is the place for you. Hopefully we're having one later, actually. Andorra, pretty good on the
can knock
barbecue
out
front.
a good barbecue, yeah.
I've been impressed with that. It's always one of the things I request in a Freeride World Tour event. Où est le barbecue? Où est le Felix?
Oh no! Oh! Life is cruel!
The freeride gods are crueler than most. He looks like he's kicked a
Oh,
shoe
man.
just before that air he has. That is brutal. You
Oh.
can see the disappointment.
Spazzing out. He's properly spazzing out. Are they race poles? He's got his race poles.
He was looking to go fast with
race
those things.
gloves. He's.
I feel for Felix. I fell pretty much before starting my run in Andorra just the other day, so I know how he feels. You have the build-up, the nervous energy, the no sleep the night before, and then you get that first few turns and go down. It's brutal. It's hard to deal with. Felix, I feel your pain, buddy.
He's going to feel like a kid at Christmas that's opened up his presents. He's
And
got
it's
a bike.
cold.
He's got a bike and there's no pedals.
Pretty much.
Disappointment.com.
Yeah. He's still got the entire face to ride. Let's see what he does with it. Takes a nice air there. He's not going to get much in the way of a score, having unfortunately clicked out of his skis, but he can still put on a show.
He could send it. He could write himself into internet folklore.
Indeed he can. That's all it takes these days. Can be one big line and your entire life can change.
Well, you said what you were saying earlier. Your Andorra line went viral, didn't it? That got that. I saw that popped up all over my Facebook.
It was a funny one.
feed
It was a good line. I was very
Yeah.
happy with it. Happy to take the win, as you always are. Went out, you know, bought the boys a couple of beers.
Yeah.
And woke up the next day to find the internet had gone crazy. Apparently, a couple of people liked it as well. So that's always nice. And yeah, but I tell you what, I feel for Felix. You can see the disappointment in his skiing. But we'll be moving on from
Especially
that.
when you've come all that way from Argentina.
Argentina
Oh my God.
is a long way.
I thought it was a long way from Barcelona Airport. But he's, yeah, I mean, well, we'll see him next year, no doubt. Jeff Ashton from Canada, our next skier in.
Strong Canadians here. Jeff Ashton looking fired up, riding for Line skis.
Coming out of Castlegar in Canada.
That is an awesome name for a ski area. Sounds like some kind of Scottish fortress.
It does.
Macbeth!
Castlegar! I'm from Castlegar. Right, is he going to show this Windlip who's boss? Yes.
Nice little shifty there. Working his way back to the left. Really cool to see some variation in the lines. These kids can pick anywhere they want to go. Anything. It's like a giant, rocky, icy candy store. Oh, here comes this air. Oh, he's working his way through that couloir. Picking off that one there. And they're looking to open up a new air here off the wind lip. Getting that one nicely. Some good turns here from Jeff. Working that sunny aspect. Let's see what he can do to finish the run off. Getting a nice grab there up onto that bench and flowing it off the second drop. Good linkage there. Judges love seeing you link features together as he gets another one. Just popping over those rocks there, working his way to the skier's right, trying to fit.
He's definitely getting his money's worth out of this face, isn't he?
This is definitely true. I mean, you can just keep building your score with all these airs. Just keep knocking the points up. Tap, tap, tap it in.
Tap it in, just tap-a-roo. Jeff Ashton then.
Probably too young to recognise the Happy Gilmore reference, to be honest.
I think he probably is.
Highly disappointing.
Highly disappointing. We'll ask him later.
Yeah. Getting another one. All these little grabs just help him bump up the score of every one of those airs. And that's what you want to do. You start on 50 points in Freeride, and it's your job to get it as close to 100 as you can. Airs, cliffs, good skiing, build your points up. Mistakes such as crashes, bad landings, drop your score down. It's all on you. That's the pressure.
That's a real good way of looking at it.
One of my favourites is up next, Jackson Bathgate.
So we'll wait for Jeff's score. I don't think it will trouble the top spot.
No. Good skiing, though, from Jeff, though. We love to see smart skiing here. And here comes his score. The nervous weight's going to be over.
58.
Currently taking a top 10 with a 9th with 58 points. Jeff Ashton.
Well, he always looks perhaps a little bit disappointed, maybe. I don't know.
Sometimes one of the battles with Freeride is you often don't know what a bunch of the competitors are going to do. So you're taking what might equate to a shot in the dark as to how hard to push. You don't want to crash, but at the same time, you don't want to hold too much back. And that may be what Jeff is feeling there, that he might have held a little bit much back.
Yeah.
But it's all part of a calculated guess, really.
David Damasi will be a Forerunner in next, and he is actually going to be checking lookers right, so skiers left. So some of the lines on the left-hand side that have taken perhaps a little bit longer to soften up, he's going to be getting in there now just to check that out and see how it's faring.
Exactly. David Damasi, great friend of mine, one of the more entertaining characters on the tour, part of the media crew. I'd like to throw out an internet challenge to the funniest hashtag caption someone come up with to describe David Damasi's skiing. I will give you mine by the end. The challenge is on. David Damasi opening the rider's left line. He's getting himself a bit exposed here.
Getting his money's worth.
Tommy Lee would approve, I'd say. Looks like the snow's thrown up a bit. That's probably almost one of the sunnier bits of that aspect of that slope. Hide and seek, where are you? Here comes David. What do you think, Tim? You can see the spray there.
I think he's getting a nice little run down there, isn't he?
He's probably just up the top complaining about never getting to ski, being a cameraman, so they just sent him down to shut him up.
Yeah.
Does talk a lot, but, always has something entertaining to say. And we'll be hearing from him at the bottom about how the conditions are on that rider's left before we send any of these young riders down there. We just wanted to check it out.
All right. Well, I think we're getting the all clear. I think it's good to go. There he is with Mike Warehouser, finish line maestro. But all eyes back to the top, one of your favourites, Jackson Bathgate.
Yeah, Jackson last week showing really strong skiing at the Andorran Junior Comp there, and he's dropping in. I'm really excited about this one. Going skiers left.
Yeah, so the first skier that we've
Look
seen.
at these turns, aggressive off the top, just laying that ski over. I'd look to see him be, yeah, there we go. He told me about his line. It was one I wanted to watch down this couloir. I think we're going to see a number of people down there. It's got this cool closeout here, which he punches beautifully. Getting that landing nice and solid. Now working his way down to, let's call it closeout couloir. Big 360 off the top.
Oh,
Jackson,
nice.
Holy Moses.
Yeah.
Red Sea parting demon. And a massive sender here. Jackson Bathgate doesn't like to turn apparently. He just wants to take it in 4 ears.
That is ridiculous. He absolutely charged that there.
Give that man an ice cream. Holy man.
Oh, he's peaking on adrenaline right now.
I'm not surprised.
Look at him. You could literally put a polar bear in there with him now and he'd eat it for breakfast.
Snapping his pole basket off. Let's have a look at this replay. Taking his first air here. Getting that exit nicely. Stomping it down. Barely catching transition. Huge 360 here. Little wild in the air and on landing. There's a hand down in there, so there'll be some points off. But this got me out of my seat. Look at that. Look at the heavy hit on landing. Full commitment. The takeoff of that air is about a solid 5 meters behind the actual rocks. So you have to hit that thing harder than Mike Tyson blow. Dion Newport going cross-eyed with excitement there in the judges panel. I'm going out on a limb. That's first place right now.
Really? Oh, 58.
Wrong score.
That's
just
the
before
wrong
anyone
score.
gets too excited. There it
Ow!
is. New leader, Jackson Bathgate.
A whopping 91.75. He's come out there and he's absolutely ripped the lid off it. Goodness gracious. What's that?
I think there'll be a few Skiers Cup athletes quaking in their boots there. Here we have last year's champion, has just had one hell of a challenge laid to him, Artur Raskin. Heading somewhere similar. He might have just almost missed his entry there. Airing right off the top. Stomping that. Looking a little bit loose in his turns though. He's going fast, looking for some more air here. That's another nice air. Definitely those
big ice cookies.
Yeah. I was trying to come up with an awful alliteration for it. Here's another full commitment air.
Oh!
Wow. Artur Raskin also in one hell of a hurry to grow up, it seems.
Well, I tell you what, he's a ski length and a little bit to the side of that rock down there. What a line that was.
He's a happy man.
So the champion from last year has come out gunslinging, just bang, bang, bang. At the top there, he looked a little bit Bon Jovi, didn't he? A little bit living on a prayer.
Yeah, I think that was just a case of these snow conditions. You can see how hard he's working to keep those skis turning. Look at the fight he's putting in there. Love the spirit from Artur. Bit of a backslap I'm calling there on that landing. That's going to be points deducted, but that was a big committed air. This is going to be interesting to see what the judges make of that. 2 extremely aggressive runs. Coming from La Clusa, who's given us such champions as Candide Tovex.
I was going to say maybe he's channeling a bit of Candide there as he's coming down
Colin
there.
Paton. I mean, this is an amazing ski field of skiers, and they just keep pumping out these champions. I tell you what, I am going to be laughing at the judges later tonight because they've got their work cut out for them.
Man, what do they do here?
Tom Burt, head judge there, just keeping an eye on his panel. From the left, Bertie Denevro, Dion Newport in the Smurf outfit, Lolo Bess, and Hugo Harrison, one of my personal heroes. Here comes the score for Artur Askin. Where's he going to be sitting? 73 for Artur Askin. Those control issues there. I think with the snow, the way it is, being so brutal, control issues are going to be really hammered today because I don't want to see anyone go down and get hurt.
Yeah. Wow. Well, the defending champion will be relinquishing his crown here. And
But
at the moment,
he went for it.
He
Got
did
to
go
admire
for
the
it.
spirit there.
Oh, yeah. Right then, next in, Justin Carpenter. Just 17 years of age, coming out of Park City.
Park
in
City,
Utah.
more known for its freestyle element. Maybe
I was
we'll
gonna
see a bit
say,
of
yeah.
that from Mr. Carpenter. Working his way into a new zone here. First athlete down there. Great air. Sort of one of the steeper pieces on this venue. Skiing in the steeps and exposed stuff is another way to build your score. Exposure points going the way towards Mr. Carpenter. Down Couloir Alley, punching that nose. Going even bigger than Jackson, stomping that landing. Let's see what he's going to finish off with.
Opting out of the 70-footer blind roller. No, but he's hitting what Artur Askin hit. Nice finish.
No issues there, though.
Yeah, lovely.
Absolutely stomped that. Justin Carpenter, ladies and gentlemen, they breed stompy legs in Canada, I'll tell you that much.
Park City. Park City. Go on.
That's almost that's a big problem there. America, a long way from Canada. I do apologise. I know they hate that one, but you know, I'm from New Zealand. We get called Australians pretty much every second day.
Yeah,
so
you're all
deal with
right.
it. What are your thoughts on that run there from Justin? A different line, getting some nice airs. Look at this one. Hands forward, beautiful form to
And I
just
tell you what, properly had his legs turned on there, didn't he?
Yeah.
Just stood up straight through. Just felt like he'd have been squatting an elephant at that point.
This one here made my knees twinge, but not Justin's. He monstered that landing. Tell you what, wish I had young knees again. That was some
to have
great
young knees.
Traditional, aggressive skiing
Yeah.
from Justin Carpenter.
All right, well, nice run from him. What are the judges going to do with it? Where are they going to put him? Because style, control and fluidity there, that was nice. No hesitation, just came down, looked smooth, looked in control.
I wouldn't say as much air as some of those top runs, but that bottom air, I've got to say, I'm really impressed by just the perfect landing. That's a committed air. He looks like he's a happy man.
Wow, I'll tell you
nervously
what,
chewing on his buff.
Don't look into his eyes, ladies. Jeez, he's a good-looking dude.
And the score's dropping for Justin. 80 points, just shy of the podium there, sitting in fourth.
Well, it just goes to show how strong those first runs were by Nigel Ziegler and Sam Kutch. Look at that,
They're
Canadian
still standing
1, 2, 3 as it stands.
One of my favourites, Hugo Cameron, all the way from Aotearoa, New Zealand.
Yes, New Zealand.
A lovely kid. His parents raised him right. They've been sending me messages, just keep an eye on young Hugo, please. And I think I've been doing okay. Here he comes. I'm excited about this.
All right.
I apologise if I get a bit shouty.
No, you'll be all right. We love a little bit of, you know, it's your boy, isn't it?
Yeah, keep your composure! Oh, this is one of the airs we talked about. Punching it down there. Nicely stomped. Good control from Hugo. He's working his way, I believe, towards... Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Hugo, something happened in the flats there. The snow snakes bit up and chomped off his ski. Oh, here we see it, just hitting some kind of bump feature.
Disappointment personified in an overall image.
Give us a wave. Oh, you can't hear us. You're probably not watching this, are you, Hugo? I hope not, anyway. That would be odd.
That would be odd if he had it on his phone now.
But Hugo going down, going for it though. I liked that top here, and I think just coming into those flats, just looking like he hit some hard snow bumps, and it just ripped his ski from him. We have a Canadian podium at the moment.
Look at that.
I only just realised that. What have they got on the water over there? Well, everyone knows that. Maple syrup.
Well, I was at the Lax Open last week, the snowboard freestyle slopestyle contest. Snowboard slopestyle contest, I can get there. And that was actually a Canada 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're doing something right with snow sports, but still a few more skiers to go here.
Just waiting for Hugo to finish his way down, and why am I wondering why he's not hitting anything? He knows he's got no chance of a score here with that fall. So good freeride etiquette from young Hugo, leaving the landings for those who have a chance. Good to see that. He's a great lad, he's a great skier, and I look to see big things from him in the future. Up next we have Martin Kogler, all the way from the Österreich. Fieberbrunn, one of my favourite spots to visit in the Alps. He's slaving his way down towards this zone, dropping in there off the cornice into that steeper section. Let's hope. Oh, he's going for a big cross hill here. Yeah!
Oh!
Cossack, if no one knows what that is.
The Cossack.
I love to see these juniors bringing back the old school.
Dredging the old school trick bags. And there you see
Nice.
almost a perspective of what he sees coming down this face.
Flew a double there from Herr Kogler, working his way towards this tree air, getting that one nicely, stomping it with a little bit of a double stager out. Good fast turns here. I think he's going to be pretty happy. Riding for Fisher Sports. Good skis on his feet, obviously. Cutting through the spring pack snow very easily. Under the arch, and he's home and hosed. Maybe he's a Michael Jordan fan poking his tongue out there. I hope he wasn't doing that while on course. Could be a good way to give yourself a bit of a speech impediment. Love that Cossack. I think I'm going to go out tomorrow and do one myself.
Rock a Cossack tomorrow.
Yeah, why not?
Get it up there, post it up on the social medias. Use the hashtag FJWC, then everybody at home can see it.
Cossacks for days.
There you go.
The winner of the New Zealand Open this year actually cranked one out off a big cliff. He
Really?
loves doing them. His name's just escaped me.
Was it you?
No, it's not me.
Oh,
I
right.
generally remember the ones I win.
Oh, right, okay.
And, erase the ones I don't.
Okay.
I have no memory from last week. I don't know anything. We'll be waiting for his score to come on there. After him, we'll be followed by some of the big American team. Griffin Moller, Kevin Nichols, Xander Goldman. 60.75 for Herr Kogler. Just one F for Griffin. Doesn't like unnecessary consonants. It says here in his little bio.
Griffin Moller from Avon, Colorado. Nestled nicely between Vale and Beaver Creek.
Oh, what a place to grow up.
I know.
He's working his way towards a similar line as our current leader, Jackson Bathgate from Canada. No head flapping going on there, working his way. Tricky little spine, getting that exit though. Controlling it very nicely. Let's see how he deals with closeout Kua. Lining it up, sending it to the moon.
Oh, big.
Stomping it like a gorilla in the jungle. He's making easy work of these landings, and it is not easy out there, ladies and gentlemen. This is hard spring pack in the middle of January.
Yes.
And he's going full speed at the bottom. Big air!
Oh!
Just washing out on the landing. Good run there from Griffin. Just not quite able to.
Couldn't hold it.
Yeah, he went bigger than anybody else on that landing, it looks like, which might have given him a bit of an issue, but it's a full commitment here. Full marks from my end for that.
It's almost, you can almost see actually the bomb holes, the pock marks down there over at the bottom, and they seem to be punching through now. It's just as that snow softens up, it just seems to be snagging their skis on that last bottom drop over there.
This one I thought was really nicely done. Beautiful turns. Look at the takeoff. You have to jump for about 10 feet back to clear the rocks. You can see he just got a little bit narrow on landing. And when his right hip went down, it just dragged him round. And at this level, that's all she wrote.
That is all she wrote.
I feel it, buddy. I feel your pain.
Griffin Moller. Well, he can go back and shred in Colorado. He'll be all right.
Yeah, good snow year out in the States this year. Plenty of powder around. It's remembered that it's winter. Up next, another Yankee Doodle dandy, Kevin Nichols.
Also from Colorado, down the road, Edwards. So just past Avon. I only know that because I used to live in Colorado for 7 years.
Taking second at the Snowboard IFSA Nationals. Always a good time competing at Snowboard. Kevin Nichols, let's see what he can bring to the table.
Come on, dude, let's see it.
Big, fast turns up top.
Channeling his inner Bodie Miller.
Oh, that was a nice, looking very aggressive from this angle. Working his way down over this flat section. That unhinged young Hugo Cameron. Let's see what he wants to bite off. Looks like he might be opening something different. Love to see me a bit of variety.
Come on!
Oh! First backflip of the day.
Well, that transition behind it just seemed to pop him up beautifully.
It really did. He's found himself some more air there. Definitely an issue on the landing. We call that a back slap. So there'll be points off for that. But he will have got big points up. Taking a more direct approach off that bottom one. Another back slap. He's really aggressive, isn't he? Kevin Nichols not leaving anything on the tabla.
Oh my goodness. 17 years of age. Coming out of Edwards in Colorado.
Little 360 at the bottom there to wrap things up. He really went for it there. I think he knows those landings weren't what he was looking for. It will have him with a decent score, but it's not going to be enough to get him into those top spots, I wouldn't think. Love going for the backflip though. Look at this off the top. Getting a grab there as well. Landing just shy of those rocks. Really building his exposure score. Look at that takeoff. Drew tab keying there. Boom. You can just see full laying on the snow.
It's a shame that actually.
It is. That's the thing. That's the thing I personally always struggle. Look at
Look at that line.
Look at the loft on that. That landing is not steep, ladies and gentlemen. He did well to hold on to it. Giving Zeke a bit of props, or Zeke. The nervous wait. Party on, Zeke. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, he's shaking the head there. He almost knows it, doesn't he? Well, fair play. Kevin Nichols has come here and he's had a go. He's had a good go. 66.25, leaves him in 10th for now.
You can tell with that score, the judge is definitely saying, sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
Cleaning up those landings, he'd have been right in the hunt, I feel. Xander Goldman up next from the US of A. The biggest team here of any country, America.
They've got a good program, as Nicola was saying earlier. It's a good program they've got going on. 17 years of age, coming out of Truckee, California.
Big shout out to the Donna Devils. I used to live near Truckee, skiing Sugar Bowl like young Xander here. It's a great place to ski. No, my gosh!
I missed it. I stupidly
You literally
missed it.
turned away at the worst possible time.
Oh, man.
Dropped the ball forward here. That was possibly the biggest error of the day. And here comes another backflip, laying that out. Getting the stop! Oh, my God.
The earth came up to meet him
so
there.
hard not to swear. This is amazing. This kid is just going for it. Finding that transition.
That's really nice.
Really nicely. Wow.
Big turn. Big strong turn.
Oh, getting like a kind of a little floater out the back. Little Mick Fano fins out the back there from Xander. You're going to want to see the replay, ladies and gentlemen. Don't choke on your popcorn. Worm turn at the bottom. Love that. It's good to see these kids have a bit of appreciation of the old school.
Man, he is pumped.
He should be. Look at this. Holy Moses off the top. Bit of a fairy eagle there. That kid tried to jump the moon.
That is ridiculous.
And I think he might have seen the previous backflip, really slowing that rotation down there beautifully, stalling it out. Wabang!
He had his legs turned on there.
Wow. Wow. The junior NORAM champ from America 2015. Joining me on the vocal. Oh, no, that's not right. I got the wrong thing there. I apologize.
I think we could very easily here be looking at
a bit of an issue on that massive air landing. Definitely a backslap there. But wow! Xander Goldman, a cancer like myself, getting himself all outside of his shell there. That was incredible. Judges taking a good long look at this one. Riding for Smith, Atomic, the North Face. He's got a big score coming through.
84.
Into third position, Xander Goldman. He is happy. Look at that Hawaiian jacket. He's here to party. I just wonder where he would have been if the cleaner landing and possibly a bigger bottom air.
Yeah.
He didn't quite keep it going at the bottom like some of the other competitors. But up next, it's all about Tom Pfeiffer.
Come on, Tom. What have you got for us?
The skiers left seems to be the way to go. From West Vancouver, Canada, working his way down through the Sharky section. He'll be looking for his first feature. Good aggressive turns. Going past the Artereskin here. Looking at this popular wee. Oh, he's chosen something different. Popping and locking through that little section there. Big fast turns. Let's see him catch some more air. Thank you for obliging young Tom Pfeiffer.
He literally heard you.
He's coming down towards this gap here. Nice style too. Love seeing that.
Woo. I thought he was going to drop a bit longer there.
Landing right
Nice.
on the traverse tracks at the bottom. What are your thoughts on this one there, young Timbo?
I don't think he's going to trouble the top 5. I think just looked a little bit apprehensive to me. Top section, he came down the bridge, came through the gut, through the throat of it, but no real big airs. And I think one thing that we've learnt from the judges, they like to see some big airs. Jackson Bathgate currently topping the leaderboard with that 91.75. And he just, I mean, he sent it, didn't he?
Nice air on the replay there from Tom Pfeiffer. Good, smart, fluid skiing. No real issues, but perhaps not quite biting off enough. But I hope he's happy with that run because it was a good show. And he got down safe. Lots of style too. Really loving his tweaks there. Just waiting on the score to drop for young Tom Pfeiffer.
Well, there we can see the 71.25 it is.
Rounding out that top 10.
And it's back to the top.
Ross Tester, known for his speed and style. First overall in the US in 2030 out of Squallywood, one of the big spots to freeride in the States. Over to you, Tim.
Well, if you're just joining us, live pictures. This is happening right before your very eyes. Tim Ward and Sam Smoothie taking you through the proceedings, the Freeride Junior World Championships in Grandvalira-Andorra, and you are watching Ross Tester. Oh, cheeky 360.
Wow, he really slowed that rotation down beautifully and got the rotation perfect. Getting a nice sort of knoll float air there. He's working very creatively down this course. I'm liking it from Ross here. A lot of style too. Just committing over that one.
Yeah!
Jumping the cat track. Big backslap on the landing though. Oh,
It's got to be cleaner, hasn't it?
yeah, these kids are really going for it. I like the enthusiasm.
It's just got to be cleaner. Everything's got to be stomped. They've got to give the judges the impression that their hands are allergic to the snow.
Yeah, the only thing touching down being the base of your skis.
My P-Tex.
Let's have a look at the replay here. Great double up top from Ross. Really nice aggression, really well skied and controlled. And getting the grab there too. Judges love seeing that, showing the full control. I liked this.
Yeah, a little like hip kind of pocket.
Yeah, creative.
Yeah.
Well, the judges love seeing that. They can get a little bit inured to the same old thing happening time and again. God, he went a long way on that one, didn't he? Definite hand
like
drag,
you say,
though.
jump the cat track.
Yeah. Jump the moon! Let's see what the judges make of this. This is the Freeride Junior World Championships.
Yes, sir.
The greatest freeride junior show on Earth.
There we go.
Outside of this galaxy.
And let's wait and see what the judges make of it. See what they make of Ross there.
Ross, a fan of one of my favorite skis, the Vocal Shiro, dropping a 77.25. Currently good enough for 8. I just dropped my Mandarin on that one.
Quite literally.
Yes, this is no joke. Oh, here we
your
go.
Boy.
Craig,
It's your boy.
Wheezy Murray. Young Wheezy, as we like to call him. Great kid. He's got his brother here, Charlie, supporting him. Let's see what Craig, he's got a great air coming up down here, working his way into this exposed section. Let's see if he can get this air the way he described it. Nice double
Very
there.
nice.
And getting that foot down immediately to get across hill. Rubbing some buttery style all over it as well. Oh, I'm nervous. Come on, Craig. You can do it. Punch it. Punch it. You need speed.
Oh, he's just come up a ski length short.
Literally a ski length short.
Man,
Devastating
you called
for
it. You
Craig
said
Murray.
punch it. You said he needed speed.
Yeah, it's hard. I know what the back of that cliff looks like. It's very rocky and you need a lot of speed, but it's very committed. Craig going down, unfortunately.
Oh, man. That's a shame.
Big shame, but a bright future for this kid. Craig Murray, an amazing skier, a lot of style, and just a good all-round kid. You'll notice he is actually competing in a poncho with what looks like some gloves he robbed off a hobo. Let's see this top technical section here.
It's a nice
in the
start,
awful
wasn't it?
snow, really fluid, getting a grab there too, and then immediately getting his speed across hill.
Let's see if we can see this from above. Is this where he...
It's the
No,
next
it's the
air
next one.
just comes unstuck. You can
This
see
one.
that rocky takeoff just lands on the dead flat.
Half a ski. Not even a full ski.
Yeah. Tell you what, that ski just took a beating into that well. When it gets warm like this, ladies and gentlemen, there's sometimes a well kind of forms around the base of a cliff. And that's exactly what young Craig just landed on. And that reflects on his score there. Woulda, shoulda, didn't, unfortunately, is the thing here for Craig. I'll be giving that man a hug later on.
Well, we can see the other competitors now making their way to the top, getting up there. We will have men's snowboarding, women's skiing, and women's snowboarding following the men. But first, we have Matthew Geschwadner, 17 years of age.
From Lischab, Switzerland, basically my hometown in the Alps. The Four Valleys being an amazing place to freeride, and a huge contingent there, biting a big chunk up at the top. No issues on the landing. We're going to need to see someone challenge that top spot. Shoot, put that foot down. There's this popular air, getting a bit of the windows wound down there, but stomping it clean.
Very nice.
Very nice from
Wondered
Matthew.
where he was going then. Camera
You
angle.
could see
there,
the
just-
commitment needed. That takeoff is a long way from the actual cliff itself.
Oh, gutted. Tell you what, heavy flat landing down at the bottom here.
It is.
Quite disappointing, really, to come down and, you know, stomp all your tricks, stomp all your airs at the top, and then just silly little clip at the bottom and back slap
you
down.
still need those bottom airs to keep
Yeah.
bumping your score up if you're going to challenge for the podium.
Yeah.
Really nice work there from Matthew, punching this air as well. 4-point landing, great solid skiing. And look at the commitment, a long way to go before you even get to the cliff, barely gliding over it. And then here at the bottom, the cat track gap, just a full stage 3 backslap is what we call that, when you have the full pack on the snow and both hands down. That's unfortunately big points off, and you can see in his grimace, I think he knows it. These kids are pretty experienced.
Are you sure he's a junior?
That man has a...
He looks about 42.
I'm pretty sure he works in a steel factory.
No, Matthew, that's a shame for him, but it's all valuable experience. Hopefully we'll see him back next year.
Now we have 3 athletes left, 3 to challenge for the podium. And up next, it's Tom Gratador from France.
Yeah, coming out of La Clusa as well. 16 years of age. So actually our youngest competitor, I believe.
He will be having another go next year, no doubt. Out of the strong contingency. Wow! This kid can ski. How is that 360 into exposure? Yep, there it is.
Oh, double!
Whoa! Tom Gratador, you sicko! Oh! Giving us the wave, he's okay. Holy Moses.
Oh, man. He looked like he was going to do 1.5. He did well to get that second one round. You were looking at a new leader if you'd have put that down, weren't you? Surely.
Full commitment from Tom there. I'm okay, he's all right. It looked like he gave it. He went for that. There was no doubt. I think he was going for the double there. He's just got a little bit screwed to the side on the second one.
What
I honestly don't even know what to say. La Clusa.
Yes.
Look after your children.
Yes.
Wow.
That was rad.
One of the
C'est
Freeride.
bon, Tom. Merci beaucoup.
Bon, Tom Gratador. Wow. Hands together for that man.
He looks a bit gutted with himself, dude.
I bet he is.
Do not worry. We'll see you next year. Bring more of that when you come back, please.
Tell you what, I knew this was going to be a good show today. I was expecting high things, but it is actually blown out all my expectations. These kids have ripped far and above what I expected.
Victor Pouvel,
also from La Clusa, taking 3rd last year in the same event. Let's see what he can make of this technical section.
I was going to say, remember him charging from last year?
Yeah, working his way in like Craig Murray, getting a shifty and stomping it super clean. All points, no problems so far for Victor. Just sneaking a cheeky one in there out of nowhere. Where did that come from? And off he goes again. This kid's spending more time upside down than the right way up. Victor Pouvel, 2 back. He's only halfway down.
All right, well, he needs to back it up, needs a few
does.
more solid airs.
He does. It's not just about backflips. You need to show some good big air skiing. He's just kind of missed that section.
He's kind of like, I don't know, disregarded it. I don't think that's going to be enough. That's not enough for me.
No, I agree. An interesting line choice there from Victor. Really good skiing. I always love to see them hammer it home on the last feature. And just,
let's
have a look at this replay.
Jackson Bathgate's final air was just astronomical. We've seen it. There's a cheeky little flip up over the foot pack there.
I really liked this one. Very casual, perfect stomp. Look at that technique. Getting a bit of the French claim in there, though. Yeah. I've got to talk to these French coaches, I think. He's waiting for the score.
I think he might be a little bit disappointed here, if I'm
always,
honest.
as I've said before, it's always hard to know how hard to push. He might have thought he'd be up there. Little shake of the head, maybe he knows. It's all a bit of a gamble as to how hard to push. The nervous wait. That's a hard one for the judges. The skiing he did do, phenomenal.
Good. Yeah.
But missing some features.
He did, you know, you look from here, just what we can see at the bottom from our viewpoint, and, you know, he has his ski past 3 or 4 drops, well, at least 2 drops he's skied straight past.
I'm almost nervous for him. I can feel the tension. You could cut it with a butter knife.
We are cutting it with a butter knife, and we're going to serve it on a slice of disappointment bread, because I think that is what he's going to be eating. I have been wrong, though.
So the judges utilising their prerogative to hold the score for that rider while they want to go back to it. But in order to not disrupt the competition, while we wait for that score, they are going to drop the last rider of the event, Bennett Drummond. So we will bring you the score of Victor Pouval, but the judges will be returning to his run after we get young Bennett Drummond from the USA down. The last rider. I quite like going last, personally. You kind of, you can have a bit of information as to what's happened, what's been going on. You have the most information, you have more information than the guys that went early. It's from Alpine Meadows. First on the 2011 Freeride Tour in the States. Let's see what Master Drummond... He's a tally marker. Oh! I thought I'd read a typo, but he's on tallies. I love it.
Drop the knee, free the heel. This boy.
Sage Caterbrigga looking on in awe here at the tent. He's been blown away. Look at that air. Punching it. Massive. Wow. Please tell me he held on to that. He did. He's going right. And then back into the... Oh, he's taking a different approach to getting that fluid double. Really liking the fluidity here from Bennett. And I've got to say, landing in these conditions on a freehill setup. What a savage. Working his way through that section. Nice linkage, good fluidity, no control issues. Going for a 360. Really trying to tick all the boxes here. This is great stuff. We've got one of the legends of the sport, Kai Zackerson, giving us the big thumbs up. He's loving the show here. It's amazing. We've got the Skiers Cup athletes showing up now, late as always, but they're loving this show. These kids are really impressing, and so they should be. The riding level has been off the charts. I love this top here. I really wanted to see someone do this. Look how far he flew, punching that.
Silly question now. Is he going to get any more points or score differently for being on telemark skis?
I don't believe so, as he's chosen that.
Right.
Getting that 360 around. Yeah, he's chosen to go the way of the tally.
Yeah.
I don't know, they call it the order, maybe?
The order.
The order of the light.
The
I'm not
Jedi
sure.
order.
Yeah, it's almost a religious calling, I hear, tally marking. I wonder how much Scroggin that man has, trail mix to you non-Scroggin eaters, in his jacket at the moment. He looks pretty happy. Bennett Drummond, and so he should be. I'm always impressed by anyone that can do that on tallies.
70.25.
Good enough for 12th, though we do have one more score to drop. We are still waiting for the judges to reach a decision on Victor Pouval. And I've just had it, a lovely, smooth French voice in my head. Not one of the ones I hear late at night. One of the organisers telling me we will have that score for Victor Pouval in 2 minutes. So stay tuned. We'll have to wait for that before we can announce.
Well, there we go. We can see the judges just down there. There they are, down in that box, down in that window. They're just having a watch back, I think. I think they're taking a look at the screens. They're trying to decide what they've witnessed here. And as we said with Victor, you know, he came, he threw down. What he did really well. But I've got to say, for me, it wasn't enough.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good run, but they're just making sure of where they're going to place that. I mean, these kids have put so much into this. I love it that they're actually taking their time, using that prerogative to delay dropping the score, to really try and ensure they get the most accurate ranking they can. Because the points don't matter, to be honest. It's about where they situate each athlete, first to last, that ranking, to give those kids, the best opportunity of understanding where they're at.
Well, hello. If you have just joined us, this is the Freeride Junior World Championships live from Grandvalira in Andorra. Tim Ward, Sam Smoothie taking you through the proceedings. We've been treated to some epic freeride skiing skullduggery.
It's been phenomenal. Like the level today, I've seen a lot of junior comps. I love hanging out with the junior events around the world, but this has blown me away. The level's been outstanding in very tricky conditions. The snow's still pretty hard. We're on a spring pack conditions here, a lot of melted back takeoffs as well, and the kids were amazing.
They've lapped it up.
They really have. Those young knees firing huge airs, big backflips, 360s, grabs. They've been ticking all the boxes. We've had a few crashes, but looks like everyone's walked away safe, and that's what we want in the end of the day.
Well, we're just waiting for the scores to come in, and then we can crown a champion right here in the men's. In the skiing, we will then have the men's snowboarders, and we will then have the women's skiers and women's snowboarders.
Breaking news, cutting live to Victor Puval and Grandvalira-Andorra. The score is dropping.
It's got to be a 91.75.
79, good enough for 7. We have a new world champion.
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the standings are as follows. In the men then, from the US of A, Xander Goldman from the US of A.
In third position.
Nigel Ziegler in second position from Canada.
And taking out the whole enchilada, or I guess the big bowl of poutine, is Jackson Bathgate from Canada.
There we go. 91.75.
That was phenomenal. He told me about that run this morning, and I have to say my eyebrows disappeared somewhere into my beanie. I was like, this kid has got some ambition.
Well, 11th place, excuse me, I can do it. 11th place, Arthur Raskin, the defending champion. He'll be going home slightly disappointed, but
hey,
it's just the way the cookie crumbles,
Indeed. I think it's been a great learning experience for the entire division. I'm sure every kid has come away with a really positive experience here, and that's what it's all about. I mean, winning's great. I mean, you're a world champion, but I imagine every single one of those kids would have learned so much in this event today.
So, Dylan Zellers, Tim Schroeder, Loic Albert, Jake Simpson, they've gone, I've lost them. Adam Redling, Tobias Rosenberg, Finn Duffy and Hank Kennedy. Snowboard men, next to drop on the face here in Grandvalira-Andorra. And, well, let's just get straight into it. Let's just keep on cranking.
We have a 30-second warning from the judges. They'll be putting those notes aside from the last few runs and starting wholly anew here with an entire new division. It's the snowboard men.
So if you are joining us, hello. Across the old social medias, we are the Freeride Junior Tour, and the hashtag to use for any social media is hashtag FJWC. Any questions for me or Sam, get them in and we'll do our best to get them answered for you. There you go, hashtag FJWC. Fire any questions over. Let us know where you're watching from. Where are you watching from? What are you doing when you're watching? Who should be in bed? Who should be working? Who should be at school? No, what day is it? Saturday. International schools, they go to school on
Freeride
Saturday.
knows no school days. All right, now the man armed with opening up the snowboard men is son of a gun, son of a legend, Dylan Zellers, son of Jim Zellers.
That's it.
That name should ring a bell. If it doesn't, Go look him up. An absolute legend in the sport of snowboarding. A contemporary of head judge here today. And he's on course.
All right. So
last year's winner as well, I believe, Dylan Zellers, looking to defend his title. Working his way towards this tight choke section. See if he can get that takeoff clean. Stees up from the knees up, Dylan Zellers.
there we go.
He's here to play.
Just locking it in. Still, some of these sections look a little bit chunky, don't they? They look a little bit, not chunky, it's not the word I was after. Still a little bit hard.
Yeah, you can see the way, just kind of butt checking there. His board just washing out on some of the holes from those skiers. He's probably cursing the two-stick, boys. Looks like he's found some nicer snow now. Might need to see him take to switching it up. Wait a second. Oh,
Cheeky
half
little
cab
half
there.
cab, yeah. Opening it up down the bottom. Little turn here in the pocket. Oh, there you go.
Surf style, I'm liking this. Bit of a sort of drop pocket in there. The first snowboard nail is down. Dylan Zellers riding for Jones Snowboard. 32 boots and Smith Optics. The favourite trick of a back three mute. Now that's a grab, that's not one when you don't talk. Which you're probably wishing we would stop. But you're stuck with us.
You are stuck with us.
We can just see the little issue.
I think he maybe looked a little bit apprehensive down there.
I've got to say, it's probably tougher, I would say, on a snowboard in these firm conditions.
Yeah.
You've got one edge versus two. Wonder how young Dylan feels about that run there. He's going to be the leader, though, of course, leading out the snowboard men division.
62.75.
You would say there's room to move at the top in the snowboard division.
Tim Schroeder from Germany. His nickname's Timmy. I don't know why.
Timmy!
Also an Aquarius. A lot of Aquariuses today.
If there's something I know, it's nothing about Aquarius at all.
They're very good at reading between the lines.
And
no, I've just made that up.
crafts, arts and crafts. But this isn't arts and crafts. This is Tim Schroeder from Germany.
He's got a very wide stance, this boy.
Now, you're a snowboarder, aren't you, Tim?
I am, yeah.
What can you tell us about Tim's riding here? Give us a bit of an insight as to what you'd be looking from him. A bit of more snowboard style.
Well, he's definitely riding down. Little air there. Catches that nicely. I'll say that the stance looks a little wide for me, maybe. But, I mean, he's the one riding it. He's the one putting up with it.
Oh, nice.
Tindy!
Yes. I love a good bit of Tindy.
Well, it's the equivalent. It's the grab equivalent of wearing socks and sandals. It feels great to do it, but you just shouldn't do it.
I don't know. I've been to America. And they seem to love socks and sandals.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, big over there. He's working his way down now. He's got a couple of grabs under the belt. And no control issues so far. Let's see who he's going to finish this run off with. That snow looks a little better over there. Oh, he's sizing this one up.
He's sizing it up.
Cajones! Boom!
Oh, just sitting back on the landing.
Bit of a butt check there. That's a tough landing, though. I will give him that. That's a decent-sized air for these conditions.
I think what we're witnessing with the snowboarders here is actually the skiers did an incredible job of making that look like a nice run to come down. But the snowboarders,
but it's not.
It's bumpy.
Yeah, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, most of you would not want to be riding down here. It is rocky. It is spring pack snow, and these guys are working super hard to ride this well.
Yeah, fair play. Tim Schroeder there from Germany, getting it done, taking something on that I don't think I'd be too mad to take on, to be brutally honest.
That's a solid air. And
yeah,
look at that landing.
Solid air.
There's a bunch of little holes in that from those naughty skiers.
Yep.
Cutting it to shreds. That is the thing with freeride. Things change. There are so many variables you can't control. You kind of just have to give over, let go. Just let go, man. And Tim's sitting in second now, just behind Senor Zellers.
68.5. Loic Albert, excuse me, 16 years of age will be our next rider in.
From one of the biggest ski fields in the world, the Porte du Soleil.
Now this guy's charging straight away. We've lost pictures down here, but you can
back.
just tell by his style. He's charging. He knows what he's doing.
I'm loving these turns, getting into that tight sharky stuff, popping over some of them there. Ooh, fighting, isn't he? He is fighting hard. This snow still giving them some issues, and fair enough. Let's see where he's going to link this to. Looks like he might be off to close out Kua. I love this here. I want to go hit this. He's going right off it. I like it. Veering it up, catching that tranny nicely. Great control.
Yeah, first rider we've seen come that way.
I like that. It sort of sparks the judges up a bit as well, and they see something they haven't seen. Even if it's just that it's a different angle and a different landing. It's good to see.
Nice. Missing a few of the flatter little cliff drops down here.
To be honest, at this point, I'm kind of agreeing with that decision, though. He's rode well on the technical side of the venue and the steeper stuff, and you'd hate to see him throw it away at the end. Great stuff there from Loic.
Yeah, that was nice.
Geez, these juniors are big. He's 180 centimetres. He's not a junior.
He's 16. He could literally walk over here and smack you on the top of the head.
And he's into kickboxing.
Of course he is.
I'd be into Good on him.
Yeah.
I'm going out on a limb. Don't want to pressure the judges into giving Lolo, as his nickname states, too much, but I think this could push for a new leader.
I think so.
No mistakes, super strong riding.
And just very nice and fluid at the top.
Good to watch.
Yeah.
He looks happy.
You said it earlier.
Although it's hard to tell with the Swiss.
Yes, absolutely.
He could be miserable.
Happy. Of course they're happy. They've got loads of gold, haven't they, the Swiss? And really good watches.
And fondue.
And formidable chocolate.
I've only been in Europe for like 2 weeks and I'm already fat. Thank you, Switzerland.
Fondue will
I
do
am
that.
fond of fondue.
Yeah.
He's claiming it. Yeah. I think he's happy. 1, 2, 3, new leader!
70.5, yeah, he's pumped. You said it earlier in the build-up that the judges, they don't want to be scared when they're watching riders.
Exactly.
They want to be enjoying it as well.
They're supposed to enjoy it, else they wouldn't do it.
All right, next up then, representing the UK, Mr. Jake Simpson, coming out of Morzine in France, the Porte du Soleil, but he's a Welsh transplant. There's a little video of Jake knocking around the resort here with Andorra legend that is Tyler Chulton.
Making some good turns down there. Let's see how he deals with this choke section.
And again, he just looks fluid, he looks nice, he looks like he's enjoying it.
Showing you're having fun. This is supposed to be fun, else why would you do it? The judges like that.
Oh, just butt checking that landing.
I think he just took that a bit too full line. You can see he landed straighter than everyone else and just kind of overshot the landing.
Coming down the throat of this one. Oh, watch out for that rock.
He's just uncovered a couple there. Lacing it though pretty nicely.
It's bumpy. That
it is.
bumpy
Watch
down
that
there.
bit. Yeah, kind of volleying over it almost. Jake Simpson doing it for Queenie. Let's see how he can finish this run off. Almost waving at the helicopter there. How's that for an experience for a junior? You have a helicopter chasing you. You are practically James Bond. Except hopefully slightly less cynical at this young age. Getting a nice air there and catching that transition really well.
Where's he going? Oh, cheeky little front flip.
What a little circus clown. I love it. Oh, that's awesome. Fun stuff from Jake Simpson.
I don't think it's going to trouble the top spot, but good work from the 16-year-old.
Classic riding from the Gemini. Yeah, you can see on this air, I just wonder, yeah, he went more full line than everybody else, and it just goes to flat.
Yeah.
Just possibly a little too excited. You know, that's got to control that froth. Big problem for junior riders.
Just literally too excited.
Overexcited.
Yeah.
That happens. It's understandable. I'm
Well,
excited.
well, I mean, he's a Gemini as well. And, you know, as we all know, Geminis, he's smiling. That's what it's all about. He's had a good time, 51.25. It's not going to be enough.
10 seconds for the next rider.
Should be Liam Rivera next then, coming out of Mexico.
But riding in Switzerland as well. Another one of the Four Valleys crew. I've seen this kid lurking around, and he's got great style.
Was he second here last year?
I believe so. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, he was. So he'd be looking to bump it up one better.
He'd like
he
that,
probably
wouldn't
knows Zellers has left the door open a bit, and you know, today revenge could be spelt L-I-A-M.
Oh, you should be a commentator.
Viva la dad jokes!
Yes.
Making a nice air off the top there, working that corn.
Well, never far from a smile, this kid either. I remember last year, cheeky little air there. He's very happy, enjoying it.
Well, it's hard not to enjoy this life, isn't it?
There you go.
He's in the sunshine, getting a nice little tranny finder there.
Yeah.
This is almost more like one of the early skier lines that we saw.
Yes.
I don't believe we've seen a snowboarder sort of take this line, so it's cool to see this, you know, melting pot of freeride. Doesn't matter what's on your feet. Ooh, I think he's lining something up. I'm getting a little tingly. Nice. Oh, did he clip that?
He's binned it.
Oh, I think he just clipped that rock that you can see in the landing. Oh, Bud, that was a nice looking run. Gives us
Hard
the
lines,
okay, which is
dude.
good.
Yeah. He'll just go home with a slice of disappointment.
You can see the hands on head. Unless that's some kind of Mexican war dance, I'm pretty sure it's disappointment. I hope he's okay. That's the main thing.
Yeah, he's all good.
Hopefully just as Pride is taking a bit of a belting.
He's made of stern stuff, is the 16-year-old. Comes into the finish area here in Grandvalira. 32. Next to drop should be Sam Schinkel, 17 years of age, from the US of A stateside. Sammy boy, what has he got for us? As soon as we get that helicopter back to the top, there he is.
I honestly believe the helicopter pilot is possibly having the most fun of anybody here today, flying around with the greatest of ease and plenty of style to boot.
Sam rocking a healthy nose on that board. I think he was expecting powder. Well, he's not been. We've not been blessed with the most powdery of snow here, but
it is freeride. You take what you got and you do what you can with it.
There you go.
Look at this. Where is he going? That is exposed in there. New line opened. Technical little section there, lacing through the rocks. Be looking to see him take to the skies about now.
Yeah, he's not really...
Some good solid riding, but we just need a bit more of the old hang time. I wonder if he's missed his line, which is very easy to do. He just looks a little bit bemused as to whereabouts he is. With this event, it's visual inspection, so they've only been looking at it across the valley. They've never ridden it. So sometimes the hardest part of your run is just knowing where you are.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure where he's coming, down at the bottom. Little line through, and essentially that is just a straight run down.
He's taken a few little airs, but I just wonder if he's missed the feature he was looking for.
Sam Schinkel, 17.
Good solid riding though, and he's happy. The main thing, he's down safe. He's having a good time. Fun in the sun with your mates.
There we go. You got good hair.
Jealous.
Yeah.
I like this section. I really like this top bit. That was technically sort of laced through it and controlled it nicely.
Just never really got going from there. Cheeky little air down there, but the run never really got going, did it, after that little technical top bit?
That is a good-looking board, though.
So 49.25.
Drop in for Francois Martin.
And next to drop at the top, 17 years of age. Francois Martin, le prochain rider.
Looks like he's been riding out of Chamonix and getting a little bit of mentoring from a local Chamonix legend, Dudes, Jonathan Charlet. We'll see if that aids him on this tricksy little venue. Bit of a butt check up top, just washing out on his edge.
Probably the worst start he could have had, really. Just like you say, washing out, but
it's not over.
Shows how bumpy it is up there.
It's really tough, especially on a snowboard. Into this popular closeout little section.
And again, just sitting back a little bit there. Opening up a bit here. Couple of big turns. Hard on the brakes. That'd have been a blind roller for him there. Looking over there. Ooh, cheeky little rock hop. Oh, and he's gone down.
Really unfortunate there for young Francois. Have to see what he can do with the remainder of his run to try and build that score back up. It's not over yet. There's plenty of venue left. Keep going, mate. Gets that one pretty. Oh, just having just a little control issues, isn't he?
Yeah.
That board getting bucked around a bunch. It is not easy out there.
Nope.
If it was easy, my mother would do it.
There you go. If it was easy, my mum would do it. If it was easy, my dad would do it. It's Bane from Batman. Oh no, he's got a face. He's back with us. Francois, just a 21.25. Not the last we've heard of him, no doubt.
No, I mean, this is basically, it is a competition, but it is a stepping stone to bigger and better things. These guys are here to learn, here to figure out what the big show of Freeride is all about, and just see what they can pick up from it.
Now this next kid makes me feel old. Adam Redling, part of the Winter Park snowboard team. I did my very first snowboard season in Winter Park before this kid was born. That makes me feel old.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
But he also likes a bit of the old stuff, bit of Led Zeppelin up there. Love to hear about that. Technical straight line there. That was well controlled as well. Good to see from Adam Redling. Off to a decent start here. I'm not sure. He's also got, for favourite music, Gucci mane. I'm not sure if that's like a mane, like a lion's mane made of Gucci, which it sounds expensive though.
Yeah, it does.
Good air there. Look at him controlling that with that big heel side turn.
Oh, yes, no.
Oh, yes, no, maybe.
Oh.
Going for that float hip. Just
perfect little front side hip for him as well. Coming across on his toes and just popping that little ollie, but just wasn't to be.
Unfortunately for Adam Redling, I feel like that could have been getting up there if he'd managed to finish off a nice run with a bit more air. Still pushing hard though towards the finish line, making that chopper work to chase him. I like he's got a little saying here, young Adam.
Go on.
Method if it pops, indie if it drops. Some little tip and a bit of rhyme as well.
I like that.
I like that. You can just see him going there, just catching his nose savagely. I'm sure he's all right, though. Good to see some style riding. Unfortunately, he won't be getting the score with that bail. The judges will be hurting, but having to cut him down in his steps. Up next, who do we have?
Can you read this one, please?
All right, we've got to say...
Maria Naudi Descariga.
I think you did a lot better job than I would have done on that.
Thanks,
One
man.
of the Andorran locals. One of the few people that have maybe ridden this race before. Let's see if that's any advantage to him. Looks like he's heading riders right, which might be a smart move. The snowboarders seem to have had a tough time that have gone riders left. I mean, you got to adapt to the conditions. If it's not on, sometimes you got to change.
And he's rocking on, he's goofy, so coming across, this is a perfect toe side 360 off this wind lip if he wants it. Oh, crazy method.
Like that. Style off the bat.
Charging now.
Here we go.
Don't want to dig those toes in too hard. Oh, another little air. Little mute.
He's got the landing gear, doesn't he? It's a big part of today, it seems. Is really being clear on those landings.
Little shifty. This is a little bit like watching snowboarding from 1980.
I like this. This is doing me good. He's getting up on that ridge. We haven't seen a snowboarder go out this far yet. I think we could be onto a good one here. If he can pull this off, he's eyeing up a big move. I'm clutching my baguette, really getting excited here. Doubles it as well. Holy smoke. What?
Yes, that was sick.
That's number one.
Hold it.
You got to say that's number one right now.
You've got it.
That was incredible. Baggett's in the air in the booth here.
Oh,
he's happy, and he should be.
Oh, he's now got the hop of shame, the push of shame to do here.
I don't care.
Oh, man. Good job.
He can scooch all he wants to the coast. I mean, that was amazing. The commitment, the stomp on that last air.
That was huge.
That was one of the best airs of the day, regardless of anybody.
Regardless of snowboarder or skier. That was pretty ridiculous.
I did not expect him to stomp that cleanly, because he charged into it.
To be honest, I don't think he expected to stomp that
No
cleanly.
fear from Joseph. I'm super impressed with that, and I'm comfortably calling that the new leader.
Dude.
And the judges are quick to jump on it as well. Look at that! Into the 90s! Absolutely laying the smackdown.
I've got to say, I did not see that coming.
He just kept building, didn't he?
Yeah.
He started off nicely, but just
Cheeky
kept
little
building,
method.
and then the hammer at the end.
Oh, man.
Tobias Rosenberg, your game just changed.
He's got
Let's see what you can do.
Curdle ice cream at the top there. Look at him. He's in the game zone. Oh, man. Maybe that kid has ridden this face before.
I don't know if he has or not, but that was super impressive.
All right, well, here we go. Tobias Rosenberg coming out of Salt Lake City, Utah. He's a Gemini. Makes very little difference. 18 years of age. And what has he got for us? Nice and smooth on this top section. Coming down that ridge. And he's going to drop in now to this skier's left. No, he's not. He's kept just skiers right at that ridge, and he's picked his way through the little rock garden at the top. And he's opening it up a little bit here now.
Yeah, plenty of room to move in this zone. We'll see what features he utilises here. There's a couple of good ones below him. Let's hope he's eyeing them up. He
wants this, does he? No. Perhaps a little flat, is it? Well, he's pretty much just riding straight down the throat of it. Again, we said it with the earlier snowboarder. We just wanted to see him get a little bit of air. Need to see these kids, if they want to be pushing for top honours, they've got to be getting some air. Oh, no. Come on.
Just
Come on.
putting it
What
down
is it?
there.
Yeah, not good. He's going to be gutted with that. Poor old Tobias will be going back to Salt Lake City. A little bit disappointed. Nice, fluid, solid run from him.
Really good riding technique and solid riding. But yeah, again, I just wonder if it's the visual inspection, perhaps not quite being where he thought he was. It's happened to me before. It'll probably happen to me again. It's no shame in that. And when you're off course, sometimes the best thing is just to ride down and I think that looks like he might have said just something like that. So,
God, do you think he missed his entry point? Yeah, look, he's absolutely gutted. Oh, what a shame.
You hate to see it for these kids. They've put so much effort in, and they're such a great bunch, and they're really good riders.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, just to even be a part of it and come and be invited to come and ride.
I mean, these are the best juniors in the world for freeride.
Really tough conditions. Everyone's hiked up this morning.
Yeah,
and like
for the second time.
For the second time. And like you say, the visual inspection here, you've only got to miss your entry point, and you can't just, because you can't just hit stuff blind.
No.
You can't just go leaping off stuff.
Safety's paramount, yeah. I mean, hell, I've missed my entries on competitions at my home resort, which is ludicrous.
Really?
It happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you just miss your marker, and the mountain directs you off way. But at the top of the mountain now, we have young Finn Duffy, all the way from Queenstown, a really solid rider. He really impressed me this year, taking out the New Zealand Junior Freeride Tour Snowboard division. I just hope he stays on his feet. I think he's going to be really going for it, and I think he's going to have a good run.
Nice.
Come on, Kiwi.
Come on, New Zealand. Nice composed top section. Again, trying to pick this entry point here now.
Yeah, lacing through the rocks there, uncovering a couple as well. Let's see what he makes of this choky wee number. Come on, Finn. He's just...
Oh, I think he got a bit lucky there.
I think he did, to be honest. I think he was wanting that exit rider's left, but just couldn't quite hold the towage in that firm snow. Let's see what he works down towards here. I think he's eyeing something up.
This is Tobias's line up to this point.
Yeah. Getting that air, though.
Nice.
Stomping it clean.
Watch
out for the
cookies.
I've got to say, he laced it through there, didn't he? There was a number of big death cookies in the freeride parlance. They can unhinge you at any time they want. It looks like he's going to be trying to bite off something down here. Nice, smooth riding. Hold on, Kiwi.
This is good so far.
Getting a bit of a grab there. Finding that transition and finding one more takeoff.
Nice.
Get to the finish line. Oh!
Cheeky stalefish is his undoing at the bottom. Oh, no. Well,
reverts in snowboarding. Thoughts?
Well, depends, doesn't it? On that, really, no. Massive 30-footer. Well, you'd probably be forgiven, but you've got to be landing stuff clean. I mean, it's, he's still smiling, and that's what we want to see. But ultimately, what he's done here is he's just tried to rack up his points. But see, this was nice.
That was a really strong air.
Yeah, charge through there. Had his legs on. Little cheeky stale fish there.
I would like that name and explain to me one day. But we'll move on. Some good grabs.
And here,
I feel like he goes a bit relaxed.
Just washes out. And he knows it.
I think he just got a bit relaxed. A really good run there. Let's see what the judges make of it. We've had a number of runs in the snowboard division with issues, so there could be room, but I don't think we're going to see that. We're definitely not seeing that go to the top, but it could be hovering around that kind of borderline, perhaps. I mean,
could be looking at knocking out Zeller's.
I don't know. It's a tough one. It's going to see. It's down to what the judges make, and the judges we've just heard are going to hold the score on that one, as is their prerogative. So we will come back to that score. They want to look at that again, but in order to keep the show rolling, we're going to move forward for now.
Peter Hjort.
Hey, Peter.
Peter Hjort from Norway. Right then.
One of the Vikings who's flown down here. He'll probably find this similar to the conditions he'd find at home. This being what I've seen a lot out of Norway from, say, the competitions they have over that way, but he's dropping in. Plenty of room at the top if he wants it.
Well, I'm not sure if that's his ski pass dangling at the back, but he's going to lose that. He wants to keep a hold of that and keep it in his back pocket.
It's okay. I think we know a guy. We'll have to see what he makes of this first zone.
Oh, come on, turn your legs on. That is how bumpy it is.
You can just see that board juddering there under him and just causing him to put a hand down.
Judges won't like that.
He's working his way out to the rider's right, television left side of the venue, which should be some of the softer snow. Finding a nice air there.
Still actually can't believe that double that Josef Maria Naudia Descarrega pulled earlier on. That was massive.
Was it what? But at the moment, the focus is on Peter and how he can finish this run. He's heading out that way. Maybe we'll see it, but there's another number of options out here.
Oh, well held.
Yeah, well held indeed. Airing into that tighter section there, and he's found another one. See if he can clear that rock, that unhinged Liam. He lands straight on it,
Straight on it, yeah.
Oh, I hope he's got a coach who's good with PTEX, because that thing's going to need a repair kit.
Yes, it will.
And he's just finishing out his run here. That issue, I think, is going to unseat any chance of a good score for Peter, which is a shame. You hate to see these kids fall.
Yeah, that is a shame. So, Peter Hjort will not be troubling the top three here in Grandvalira at the Freeride Junior World Championships. Hello, if you are just joining us, welcome wherever you may be in the world. Do get in touch. Any questions on Twitter, use the hashtag FJWC, or alternatively, here we see this mistake at the top. He lands and just immediately turns it sideways. Don't know whether he gets a little bit scared of the speed or what, but he just tries to scrub all of his speed instantly. And he falls. Yeah, 24.75.
I actually believe, a little insight, I think this is the young lad I met the other night who is riding with a busted collarbone.
Oh, what?
Yeah, one of the snowboard men competitors. I'm pretty sure it was Peter, because he's the only Norwegian. Yeah. So riding with a, I should have mentioned that earlier.
Oh, well, that changes everything. No wonder he was a bit scared of the speed.
These Vikings, hey, they're hard to kill.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. That does change things. All right, Hank Kennedy, 17 years of age, from the US of A, from Glacier. He's a Libra, the first Libra we've seen ride today. He's got a 90 to beat. Naudi Descarrega. He put down a double line on the cliff right across the way from us. Jeez.
Yeah, well, it'll be a tough ask to knock that top line off without wanting to sound negative, but there's plenty of room on the podium, and he's come out with a great first air.
Yeah, nice little cheeky tail grab. Nice and solid.
Everyone loves a bit of tail grab.
Who doesn't?
Working his way out to this rider's right side. Really fluid riding, and he seems to have a lot of control. He seems to be riding really strongly.
Yeah, he's got his legs turned on, that's for sure. Just scrubbing a bit of speed through there.
Thread the needle, getting a wee touch grab. I think that was a bit of an indie over those rocks, and working his way out. If he brings this home, I think he's got a shot at the podium.
He's looking good
There's
here.
some good airs to come.
Well, there definitely is now.
Yeah, look at him getting exposed there.
His way through the channel. He's going through that little couloir.
Just lacing it. Really fluid riding. Solid. And he's going to get one more. The man from Glacier. Oh no.
Gutted.
It's always the last air.
Always the last air.
It's heartbreaking to see that. Really strong riding from Hank. But he might be feeling a little moody after that one.
Oh, that was good. His name's Hank. I like it. Oh, you should be here all week. Yeah, that's a shame from the man from the States. So real shame.
Just a replay of that section. He just very accurate snowboarding, knowing exactly where he was at all times.
I think what we've seen, though, the judges, I mean, yeah, there's almost no catching him, is there? That run from him, I think it all probably surprised him, to be brutally honest. But the local lad, the Andorran, has come out and absolutely walloped it. Hank Kennedy, where you going? 58.5, fifth place. All right, well, we still have a score on hold before we get these final results through. It's the score. Who was it for? I'm trying to think who it was for. Finn, that's it, from your boy, your Kiwi dude.
Yeah, Finn Duffy having a good run with a little issue, and I think they're just trying to, it's the classic problem. He had a really good run that probably would have podiumed, or done really well with, but it's balancing that the riding he did do with the mistake he made, trying to compare that to, say, a rider that maybe didn't do as much aggressive riding, but didn't make such a mistake. So and it wasn't a big mistake. It was kind of just he just kind of he turned off at the end of it, just got a bit relaxed and did a bit of a
to bite you, doesn't it?
Yeah,
comes up to bite you.
She's not over till you cross that line, and I think that's a bit of a lesson there for him.
Oh,
we're just waiting. The judges are. He's nervous. I mean, he's waited longer than pretty much everyone else. The judges look like they're having a bit of a tough time with that, and fair enough.
Dion,
it's not easy.
Dion scoring his fellow countryman there.
He's got the full judges panel there in front of him. They're the ones making the actual points calls. Dion's sort of monitoring everything from back there. I feel for young Finn here. He's in a tough spot.
Well, this is live from Andorra, beamed directly into your television, TV/computer, tablet, phone sets, however you're watching us. It's a very warm hello and welcome. And the judges they're really struggling with this, aren't they?
Yeah, freeride judging is, the difficulty with it in simple terms is you're comparing apples with polar bears. Some of the runs are going to be so different in style and what they did. And if you start adding mistakes in, it just becomes so difficult to compare. I mean, he rode well, he didn't hit too much, but no mistakes. Or he had a sick line, got some good stuff, but had an issue. It's so hard. I've done a lot of judging in my time, and you know how much these kids put into it, and you want to be true to them as you can. It's really difficult.
Well, they're judging the line, so the route they take down the hill, the fluidity, how well they flow, how well the tricks link together. Air and style, that's the tricks. How do they look in the air?
We've also got control, you know, were there any issues like hands down on landing or even crashes? And then you've got technique, you know, did you show strong riding? Did you show that you knew how to turn your board or your skis and just really get everything going well and look in control?
I like what you said earlier as well about how the judges don't want to be scared. They don't want to be scared watching these guys come down. They want to feel relaxed, and you know, you can project that in your riding, in your skiing. You can project an air of authority and an air of confidence, exactly, and that rubs off on the judges. And if they're being happy, man, the points are going to come rolling in, aren't they?
Here we go. The score is dropping. Finn Duffy, hold the phones.
Well, he's smiling.
He's happy. We still haven't got it. It's coming in now. It's enough for the podium. He's squeaked in. Hence the long delay. It's a big call. Finn Duffy taking the podium. He's happy. It's a tough one. Tough day here for the snowboarders, but they've put on a great show, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely, and Dylan Zeller's there, the defending champion. He's been bumped out by 0.25, so what a cruel world it is.
That's freeride for you. You know, if you don't go all in, sometimes it comes back to bite you. And I mean, full props to all the riders. It was tough out there, and especially our podium guys.
Yeah, I think Mike Weyerhauser's with him now. Maybe we'll have a few words with the local boy. Find out what's gone through his head there. Mike's with him now.
Joseph, congratulations, man. How you doing it here for Andorra? Andorra is in the house. How did it feel? How does it feel?
Thank you. First, thank you. And I'm so excited for this. I win in my country, Andorra, and a world championship is amazing.
Excellent. So tell me about your run and how it happened. How you ended up laying down what you were hoping to.
I think that I make a good run, and in the beginning when the rider starts going, I think that in the top I can make a 360, but after I looked at a lot of riders fall down, I think I go safety and I make a grab, and this is I think that make the difference, because I think if I make the 360 I fall down, and the last double I make for me is bigger and
Junior world champion, congratulations. Nice job, mate.
Thank you, man.
Back to you guys.
Well, that's really interesting there to hear him talk and say he played it safe. He was going to throw a 360 in there.
If that's what playing safe is, I think I'm lost. This must be Andorra.
Oh, my goodness. Well, there we go. There's your official results. Zellers, the defending champion, bumped out into fourth. So Finn Duffy, third step on that podium with 63. Switzerland's Loic Albert in second, and first it is Joseph Maria Naudi Descarrega. Excuse me, Andorra, if I did that a disservice there, but the local boy, how rad is that to come and do this at your home mountain?
Hometown advantage. I can't imagine he's going to have a bad day at school when he gets back there. He's going to be the hometown hero.
Yes, he is. All right, skiing women then. We're going to get straight back into it here at the Freeride Junior World Championships. Again, welcoming the ladies from all over the globe. A couple of Canadians, some Americans in there. Swedish, Nalia Vidal Arajol, the local Andorran. That's my go at it anyway. Excuse me if I've got that wrong. But we have our field of women ready to go. And let's get it done. Let's get it straight done. And there you see, look at that shot from the top, from the Cineflex Helicam, just looking straight down this face. And that is what the riders see when they ride down.
I.e. sweet nothing. Stepping into the abyss. And the first rider stepping into the abyss is one of the Norwegian riders. And I think she'll be feeling reasonably at home on that. It's Vilde Femret, one of the vocal riders, so big whoop there. And she's dropping in really fast, right out of the gate. I'm just going to go on the limb and say this girl has some race training. She can turn a ski.
She's channeling a
wow
Axel Lundsvindal.
Well, hopefully not, because he's in hospital.
Well, yeah, actually, yeah, he's recovering with a broken ACL, isn't he, or something? Okay, maybe don't channel that, but...
Whoa! Oh, I thought she was going off the nose of that. Good decisions there from the young Norwegian. High-speed skiing so far. Let's see what she can use the features with. Getting through that tight section nicely. Sort of airing out the bottom. Crossing Death Nugget Alley. Back out into the silky smooth rain groomed snow that we have here, that's been released quite nicely by the hot sun here. The Pyrenean sun. We're in the Mediterranean basically. We're on holiday.
We are on holiday.
But who's not is young Vilden. She's biting off a couple more drops here at the bottom and controlling it really nicely, just stomping that one on top of the rock and running it out to the finish line. I think that's a pretty good opening run. Going first is always super tricky. You have nothing to rate yourself against. Just having a little bit of a monitor issue here. But while we do, let's look back at the replay of her run. Really fast through those rocks at the top. Confident skiing, knowing exactly where she's going, which we love to see. And look at that steep choke there. Slaving turns down, taking the last piece of rock off the end. Stoic nod there from the young Norwegian. She looks happy. and so she should be, leading the field out in fine style with a good score of 60 points. Well done there to the young Norwegian. Up next, we have another one that's going to try my linguistic abilities. Synnøve Midthus, also from Norway, at 16 years of age, one of the Roldal crew. Roldal being sort of one of the meccas of freeride, giving her friends a wave at the top there. I always sort of like to throw a little shaka to the bras. Making her way down the ridge with no hesitation here. Let's see where she looks to start her run with her first feature. Nice tranny finder there, catching that landing perfectly. These Norwegians, they certainly know how to ski, and they've got some great guys to look up to on the World Tour as well, past and present. Big air there, putting her hands down, but holy Moses, that was a big one. And it looks like she wants some more, just catching tranny there pretty nicely. Bit of a issue on that big airs landing though, so there'll be a few points off there, but we'll see how the judges rate that, because that was a big risk. And we like to see them reward that. She's coming down towards this closeout section. Look at that takeoff. Awfully rocky, but controlling it well as she looks to bite off the second part of this little rock spine. Thankfully clearing that rock that unseated some of the snowboard men. She's controlling this really well. Good airs, good fluidity, a little bit of a control issue at one point, but I'm going to go out and say that's a new leader.
There you go. Synnøve Medhouse.
Again, apologies to Norway.
We're sorry, Norway. We're rubbish.
In other news, World War III kicks off directly as a result of the Freeride Junior World Tour's commentators.
Norway takes on both New Zealand and Great Britain.
Fair enough. Probably have to give New Zealand quite a bit of warning because it takes us a long time to fly anywhere in our Air Force's Hercules. We're still in propellers. But yeah, some big ears there from the young Norwegian, and she looks pretty happy. And suitably so, bumping herself up to the top spot with a 74.5.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Let's see how long she can hold on to that spot. She might go the whole way. She does have 11 more riders to back to defend that title from though, so there's plenty of action to come.
Right next in, Laura da Costa. Dropping in. She's a Virgo. I'm quite obsessed with their star signs for some reason, but I don't know.
No idea why we have their star signs on here. Maybe we're missing a point, but someone who's hopefully not missing the point is Laura. She's making her way down towards this popular zone on the rider's right.
This little wind lip to contend with at the top here if she chooses. Lovely.
No problems landing that one there. Getting another one as well. She's linking these features pretty well. Nice big fluid turns in between them. Judges love to see when a rider comes in and kind of sets their pace, their speed from the start, and maintains that the whole way through, even as they take jumps and go through rocky sections. And Laura's really doing that really well.
Well, she is the French freeride champion, this girl. She's all about fluid, strong turns for her skiing style. Also another one.
Similar,
loves to charge La Clusa.
Similar run to our current leader, Synnøve, but missing that second pit of the air, which is, while skiing out really fast and strongly, it's a slightly different line choice there from Laura.
Lost our picture then. I did panic.
But good strong riding from the young Frenchwoman nonetheless.
Well, let's see what the judges make of it. The favourite skier is Candide.
Well, that's kind of not surprising. He's lots of people's favourite skiers. One of my favourite skiers.
You're
just
my favourite skier.
I'm probably the only skier you know.
You're the skier that I'm closest to. Now. All right. 68.25 for Laura.
Currently sitting in second place then. So we now have a podium filled up. But let's see how the next rider can change things up there. With another French woman from Martignac, Ilona Carlo.
No,
oh,
sorry, we've had a change of plan.
We have had a change of plan, I take that back. It's Jasper Vanspoor from the USA up next. Apologies for the confusion.
Right, rider dropping in.
Ah, she looks pretty stoked. Giving a big wave to her friends and family.
If you are tuning in Billings, hello. Thanks for joining us. Get in touch, use the hashtag FJWC. Any questions for me or Sam? Get them in.
Sending that first corner there with no problems and linking some nice turns now.
So
down to this next air. Very smooth riding here. Not seem to have any issue with the conditions so far. Let's see what feature she's going to let. Just banks it off that one. Very nice. Got quite a nice flow to it, doesn't it, this run?
Can't help but thinking that the judges want to see a bit more, though, can you?
Yeah, but it looks like she's working her way down towards something now. Let's see what she's going to deliver as her sort of final blow in terms of gaining points. Just working her way down this rocky bit. She'll be looking for one more feature, it looks like. And she's found it. She's going to have to work that landing. Just holding, barely holding it, but she's gone down on the flats. Those compressions just getting the better of her there.
Yeah.
I think that's the same thing we saw with one of the snowboarders, just taking that flatter landing to fall line, and where she needed to punch that across the hill to have a better chance of landing it. But good on her for biting it off. As we see the replay here, just see how flat that was where she landed, and then into the compressions.
Oh, literally ate her alive. The compressions bared its teeth.
Well, at least she didn't punch through the ice on that lake. That would have been substantially worse.
Yes.
But she's making her way to the finish line now. So we'll see how she comes in with a flat 5.50. Good enough for fourth at this point.
Quite a lot of people have made it up the hill here today, and it's worth noting that we're an hour and a half hike from the valley just to get up here. Ilona Carlo coming out of France. Third here last year. Can she improve on that?
I think it'll be a real good advantage for her having that experience at one of these events before, this being only the second one ever.
Yeah.
So let's see if that can pay to her advantage.
So going skiers right along that top ridge to kick things off. Eyeing up potentially this cheeky little cornice drop.
Oh, no problems there. Smooth as silk.
Just charge him.
She really is. She's laying these turns over a bit more than the others and just got a good amount of speed on her. 4-point landing there, bringing those hands nice and forward. A lot of control here. Seems to be a popular line with the ladies ski today.
Yeah.
We've just had over the microphone, coached by Seb Michaud, another La Clusaz legend, known for his hyper-aggressive riding and massive backflips. Let's see how that pays off. Look at that confidence. Wow. Get over it.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Loving how hard she had to fight to link that second air and then punch it across. Oh,
Nice.
great skiing there,
That's
and with the
first
claim,
place. It's got to be.
Whoa, that's gonna
Dunno.
be pushing for it for sure. That was really good skiing, no fault there. Good solid turns and some good airs.
So 74
to beat.
Oh,
I think she's going to be going close.
on the cusp of it.
Oh, this is a good one. She might have it. I'd love to see them head to head. She looks happy though. Good times for the young La Clusa rider. Good style too. Nice and tight in the air. And committing, just letting the skis run, not trying to hold on too much. Look at how much she has to work to get to this takeoff.
Ah, she did well there.
Doesn't get it super big.
No.
I think Sino. I'm sorry, I'm struggling with that name. Sinov.
Sinove.
Maybe got that air a bit bigger, but there was a real air of confidence and style with Ilona.
See the judges thinking hard, and that's where we are.
Yep.
In the tents.
We're in the fun tent.
Broadcasting
business
live
end.
from up here with just a little generator and a couple of eBay specials, a couple of satellite dishes off of eBay, and we're right. We've got that score on hold then.
Judges again using that prerogative to go back on that score. So we're going to be moving on to the next on the list, which is Eva Batola from Switzerland.
Well, all we have notes-wise, she's a Sagittarius.
And an atomic rider. We'll see how these atomics take to the... Oh, man, she is just pointing it. I like the opening start. I mean, it's only a big shoulder, but you can certainly make an impression with how you ski it, and that is just what Ava's done.
Straight over the glass.
No way,
no
going for it. The young Swiss. Oh, just holding on. Wow, she is not leaving anything behind. That was a big air. And just working her way into close out. Kuwa, the first of the female skiers to do so, bouncing her way through that sort of section. Aggressive skiing here from Eva, really fast, good turns. Let's see if she can get one of these drops.
Oh, there it was.
The mini Cossack.
The mini Cossack.
Wow, that top air was pretty brutal. Really just holding on there. Got quite the back slap, but so there'll be points off for that for sure, unfortunately. But you've got to admire the chutzpah. She went for it. She wanted the win.
Yes, she did.
Look at that. She knows. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. That is a solid air in tough conditions. Look at the strength she has on that one ski to pull that together.
She did well to hold that.
We got some more of the Skiers Cup boys arriving.
We'll be
Free
running
skiing icon Flou Poirier showing up. Most impressed with the riding he's seen.
It will be so Eva Batola 57.25, fourth place, and there we are. Hello, goodbye.
Greetings.
Goodbye.
If you've just joined us.
Salutations.
This is the Freeride Junior World Championships in Grandvalira-Andorra. The wonderful Pyrenees turning it on today. We got sun, we got fun, it's slushing up, it's spring pack out here despite being January, and the good times, they are a-coming. Just having a look at a couple of the girls on the finish line. We're still waiting on a score for Iona Carlo.
Yeah.
And
is it coming now?
Okay, so they are discussing Elo right now. and I'm pretty happy I'm pronouncing that name right, apparently. And we're just going to wait and see what they say. Obviously, the judges wanting to get this right. It's a big decision as we think she is vying for that top spot. But in the meantime, dropping on course, Heidi Pediger from Cormier, one of my favourite places to ride on the sunny side of Mont Blanc, Monte Bianco, highest mountain in Europe. It's a wonderful place to get your turn on, soak up some sun and get some powder in the trees while getting some Italian food.
There you go.
I'm sold.
I'm sold.
Plug for Cormier there.
I'm sold.
She's working her way down to a new section. This is interesting from Heidi.
Woo! Trying to look where she is. She's across the way here. Oh, and straight down into the main section. Good work, Heidi. My
Heidi
sister's
at
name's
high
Heidi.
pace and high lighter pink as well. She's out to the rider's right now. Be looking to see what feature she can use here to bump her score up. This seems to be a popular area and she takes it confidently. A couple of hands down there though. And doesn't get that linkage with the secondary air. So in landings, you can see that right there. That's what we like to call a stomp. The only thing that touched the snow was her skis, looked fully in control. You can have such things, you compress hard. You might have a hand down, that's kind of a few points off. 2 hands down, that's even more points off. And then we get into like what we call a back slap, where the rider can't hold it so well and they rock back. Stage 1, they go back a little. Stage 2, they're quite far back. Stage 3, their entire back is on the snow. And basically stage 3 in air, you're probably not going to get any benefit from hitting the air. Sort of to give you a rough idea of how the judges view that kind of mistake. So you want to be 4-point, like she was on her final air, and landing nice and clean.
Nice and solid.
Here we see the replay, 2 hands down there, so some deduction. And a stomp there, nice and cleanly done by Heidi.
We're just waiting for the judges. They're stacking up those scores now, aren't they?
They really are. Heidi's happy. Hallelujah. She is getting bumped up into the podium in third spot. 63.5. Look at that smile. She's stoked.
Well, we're still waiting for that scoring, aren't we, for Ilona. Carlo Hedda Trudsen from Sweden. If you say it with a slight Swedish accent, it sounds way better, especially if you were educated in Birmingham, which I was.
I don't think anyone's ever been educated in Birmingham. People just go to school there. Whee! But dropping in along the way, she's working her way down the skier's right-hand side. A popular little zone this afternoon.
Yeah. She's coming out of Åre in Sweden. She's got a racing background.
You can see that in her turns. Look at these big, open, fast turns.
Richie Perman is a favourite skier.
Good choice. Let's hope she doesn't put her knee to her face like Richie's fond of doing. And sorry, Richie. Coming out of Åre, Sweden, one of the sort of hot spots up that way, producing such talent as Rane Bakkered and Ville Lindberg. Henrik Winstead. She's linking some nice airs here and is keeping her speed going pretty well. Let's see what she can bite off at the bottom. Racing
Charging
out there.
down. Well, perhaps not as aerial as the some of the other ladies, but a good solid skate, good solid run down from her.
Yeah, really kept that momentum down the hill, fast and fluid. No real mistakes that I saw other than, perhaps lacking a bit of hang time in the great blue we call the sky.
There you go.
But she seems happy, and we're happy to have her down in one piece, skiing strongly out of Sweden.
Let's see what the judges make of it.
Yeah, it's tough being the judges. Sometimes can get stuck in the middle by running out of room. But there's only 14 female skiers here today, so hopefully they've got plenty of places to slot the riders in accordingly. Just taking their time with this one. Well, the helicopter races back to the top. And her score dropping for Hedda. Just shy of the podium with a 62.75.
Gutted.
Being fourth is pretty tough, but good skiing from the young Swede.
And the story of the day, or the word of the day, safe.
Safe, exactly.
Goes home safe.
One of the Canadians, a strong Canadian team here, doing super well in the ski men with Jackson Bathgate taking it out and another Canadian on the podium. We have Savannah Leishman dropping in.
Also out of Nelson. So it'll be in the blood, won't it? It'll be in the genes, this will.
She is making no hesitation about her desire to get up there. Look at these turns, just racing down the face. Linking between the rocks nice. Let's see if she wants this takeoff. She's kind of slaving through there. Nicely controlled though.
I think it's probably a bit flatter than it looks, that, do you reckon?
It's reasonably flat, yeah. I talked to a number of the boys and you had to be pretty precise with it. Ooh, just sort of taking a scenic detour to the skier's left. I think she's got hooked up on a rock, unfortunately.
Back on the white stuff.
Yeah, back on the all-important white stuff. Yeah. Lacing some fast turns along. That pause is going to cost her, though. Unfortunately, when in the fluidity category, she would have lost a number of points there by having that little hike. So she'll need to get some good airs in here and some strong skiing to finish it off to get that score back up to where she'd want to be. And looks like she's sort of got herself a bit of a double stager there, just holding on. And finishing off with another one, landing just shy of the traverse tracks, thankfully. Savannah Leishman, see how she feels about that one. Possibly a little off course there in the middle, but finished strongly.
Yeah, good strong finish. And just 16 years of age.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I don't know what I was doing at 16, but it wasn't this.
Eating sticks, I was, I think. Playing with mud. Washing my socks in the local river.
As you can see her just exiting that sort of hesitation she had there. See what the judges make. I don't think it's going to go onto the podium.
No.
With that pause, they're going to be around the 6th mark.
When you make a mistake like that mid-run, how much does it play on your mind?
It's very in the front of your mind. You sort of just, that's all you can sort of think about.
Yeah.
And it can be hard to even finish your run well. So, you know, full respect to Savannah for keeping pushing and pushing hard to bump her score back up. So it's not easy, and she's done a good job of that. Up next in the start gate, we have the American Mia Winans.
Mia, next in. Winans.
I swear.
Also out of Truckee.
Big ski culture in Truckee.
Yes, sir.
Great place to go. And it seems winter has returned to Truckee after being absent for a number of years. So they've probably been loving it over there. Some fast skiing right out of the gate from Mia.
Not seen many of the women send this cornice. Too big, have we?
Yeah, she made short work of that, racing down it. Seems to be a popular one. And it can just be a case of who does the same line better when you have a situation like this.
Yeah.
And so far, Mia's putting her hand up. She's skiing very fast, very fluid. No mistakes, sort of not quite getting as much air there as some of the others, but she's got to a secondary bit. which the others did not. So sort of trying to change things up a bit. We like that creativity.
Well, also just 16 years of age. And if she can step it up on this final third, she might just well be going home junior world champion.
Let's see how she finishes run off. Gets over that rock. Every time someone comes to that feature, I look at that one big rock.
Yeah.
Just hope they miss it.
Yeah.
And we're joined in the commentary booth by a random dog. I don't think he has much to say, but Mia does, finishing off that run really nicely. No mistakes, fast, fluid skiing, getting some good airs. I'm picking that could go podium.
Do you think?
Oh, it's going to be like, I'm looking, I think, around that kind of 63, low 60s mark.
Yeah.
Be a case of what they make of that creativity and air, and but I think, you know, Mia can be proud of skiing there. That was well played. Not an easy day in the office by any means.
No, well, if you're just joining us, tuning in, maybe you've been with us for a little while, hello from Tim Ward and Sam Smoothie here, bringing you all of the very best action from the Freeride Junior World Championships live from Grandvalira in Andorra. Rounding things up, coming to the business end now of the women's skiing. We have the women's snowboarding following this. We are crowning champions. Is it podium?
Yep.
Yes, sir, well done. Woo.
Nice score there for young Mia, popping a 70 on the board. That's good enough to snag second place and a good wee bit of distance between her and third. Let's see if she can hold on to it. Get your claws out, that podium's yours.
Stay on this. All right, well, Olivia Askew,
before things get too askew in the commentary booth, is dropping in.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, segue.
You should be a commentator.
I quit skiing.
16.
She's going down this popular skier's left side, where a couple of the biggest scores have been made today.
Just charge him. No hesitation through there.
Look at the acceleration there. Controls it nicely, though. Just jetting back up into view. I wonder if she's going to take this air like Finn Duffy. Oh, just getting that nice wee lace through the rocks into Death Nugget Alley. You can see how much work she's going to put into those skis to keep them on track.
Well, first in the Nationals at Snowboard. So no stranger to the top spot.
Good
Nice.
jump there, really solid. Look at that turn out the bottom too. She definitely knows how to pressure that outside skier, tell you that much.
What are we thinking? That's good. That's podium, surely. Ooh. Tough one.
That's a tough one. Really strong skiing, good flow, good fluidity.
Two nice drops. One at the top and then one down here at the bottom.
Let's have a look at the replay. Kind of a little air to straight line. Look at the bumpiness of that slope. And then works her way down here. I'm not quite sure if it's got as much air time as the previous run, but maybe it's enough to snag third. This was really nicely done. Look at that landing. Textbook.
Well, she's happy. She's smiling. Good work, Olivia.
It's a bad day to be a judge, I'll tell you that much. They're having to work for their dollars today.
We're still waiting on a score as well, aren't we? We're still waiting on Ilona.
This is very true.
Ilona, Carlo. Miss Carlo.
The nervous wait now.
All right.
The nerves on the finish line are transmitting into the commentary box.
They are a little bit.
We've gone deathly silent here. Radio silence while we wait for the score.
Hello to Annapolis. I can do it. In the United States, if you're watching.
This is the noisiest radio silence I've ever heard. And here we go, Olivia Askew.
Can
she make
that
podium? Oh! Hey!
Can she?
Can she what? 73.5. I think the aggressive riding and the absolute faultless control really did well for her there.
All right. Nyla Vidal. I missed that surname. Arayol. Local girl.
Let's see if the local advantage can pay off, as it did for young Josef in the men's snowboard. Slightly different line here. Just making her way down at high speed. Good ski technique.
Almost missing a lot of the features.
And big traverse there. Interesting line choice so far. We'll definitely look to see her take to the skies, but it looks like she's going to. Getting that transition nicely, cutting across the death chunks. Gonna need to see a bit more time flying.
The local girl probably never thought she'd be skiing this face. She's probably looked at it across from Grandvalira.
Getting a couple of nice little layers there at the bottom. The foot seems a little bit off the throttle at this point, but she's still going. Getting one more jump before getting towards the finish line.
Here we go.
Yeah, nice sort of linkage in that end section, but the middle sort of lacked a bit of flow, I think. I don't know what the judges will make of it. Thankfully, that's their job and not mine.
There you go. Well, it was, should we say, a safe run? Quite a safe run, wasn't it?
Well skied, though. Definitely made those skis do what she wanted. Getting that air very nicely. Look at the chunks of the landing.
I was going to say, just that shot there showed you just how steep and bumpy that landing was as well. It's a completely different kettle of fish looking at it on the screen, isn't it? And just seeing it's just flat.
Yeah, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, the screen does not do this justice. Looking at this live is much more impressive. So if you can, get out there and support your local freeride team and go watch some competitions. It's a hell of a day.
Come and bask in the sun like these lot. So worth noting, we're not in the resort here. It was an hour-and-a-half walk. There we are. Hello, Mr. Cineflex camera. We're here in the booth. Tim Warwood and Sam Smoothie holding my hand, taking us through everything slipping and sideways and snowy.
And here we have the score dropping for the Andorran. Nyla Vidal getting a 61.50. It's good enough for 7th. It is tight in that section, isn't it? Those high 50s into early 60s is getting very tight. A lot of scores dropping in that range. Let's see if Andrea Oeber from Switzerland can do to change things up. You gotta love the Swiss. They've got skiing dialed, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Huge mountains, great snow, great après ski. The full works. What else could you want for? And then, you know, cheesy fondue.
She's from Davos, this girl.
Oh, great place to ski. I've done plenty of time there myself filming. Wonderful freeride terrain and a fun little town itself. Let's see how that's paid off for her.
She got first in Fieberbrunn in 2015. The event there, so what can she do here?
Working away, the skiers right at that venue.
Just missed out. I mean, that was quite a notable, just missed that little drop there, didn't she?
Yeah.
That's going to cost her.
So far, solid skiing, but not much in the way of features, which you need to build your line score up. But it looks like she's coming into this zone, which has seen some good points scored before.
And a wave.
Good to see her happy. Andrea
friends and
enjoying her
family.
time in the Freeride Junior World Championships. It's good to see these kids having a good time.
16 years of age. Crosses the line, having completed the course here in Andorra. Base more than a course.
So this isn't racing, mate.
No.
This is freeride, isn't it?
There you go.
Do what we want.
Where we want.
Where we want. When we want. Well, sometimes not even when we want to. Just having a bit of a replay here of Andrea. Second last ski woman for today. Dropping in a flat 50. Good enough for 12th position today. And leads us to the last rider. Lucky last.
Lucky last.
I'm calling this is going to be a good one.
Okay, Hayley Cook coming out of Nelson in Canada.
There we go, that's why. Nelson seems to be kicking things left, right and centre at the moment.
There you
Stomping
go.
big ears, riding fast and aggressive. I think Hayley's going to bring a bit of that. I believe younger sister to brother Trace Cook, who's just joined me on the Freeride World Tour for his rookie season. Well, let's see what young Hayley can bring to the table. Already seeing a bit more panache, getting a little bit of a hip here and then straight off the cornice. Nicely done so far from Hayley. It's a very popular run with line with the female ski today, isn't it?
Over on that skier's right side.
She's going to have her work cut out for her then if she's going to take the same line. She's going to have to ski it well, but so far she's ticking all the boxes. Coming into that with a nice speed, getting the transition. Perhaps not quite as big there as some others. Going a little more skiers left off it. But it seems to be this zone that's been the money booter. This is where you cash your checks.
Through that section. She's traversed high to get this little drop in.
Stomps that clean and sort of wants another little transfer here. No real issues. Not as much air as say some others, but good solid riding from the young Canadian. Hopefully she's happy with that. Getting chased down by an extremely unlikely device that flies. A helicopter. Getting one last one.
Oh, cheeky.
Sneaking a wee cheeky one in there, undercover. Getting a wee sort of double transfer.
Hold tight.
Why not? She ain't over to the big X. No fat ladies here. And a nice smile on the finish line. Rocking some kind of Cruella de Vil haircut. Hopefully she doesn't hate Dalmatians, because they're lovely animals.
They are lovely.
Stomping that top air. I really liked how she sort of added that little extra air to the start of it, to sort of get just a point of difference. It's only small, but it
that
just
run to
adds
me
up.
looked fun.
It
Looked like she was
fun.
having
Yeah,
fun.
and that's what we'd like to see. Well played, Hayley Cook. From Nelson, BC. Need to go spend myself some time in BC. It's been having a good season this year.
The Mecca, isn't it?
Yeah.
Steep and deep.
And scores dropping for Hayley Cook. Is it going to keep going up? 62, just slots her into 7th place. Ah, those skis are awesome. Little owl.
It's a little owl. So, the judges then. We are still waiting on Ilona Carlo. Her score from earlier on. She was 3rd here in 2015. How is she going to fare here? So current standings. Mia Williams in 3rd.
Mia Winans, I believe.
Excuse me. Winans. Olivia Askew in 2nd. And 1st, Sindave Medhouse. Currently in the top spot with a 74.5. However, we are waiting on a score. Ilona Carlo,
who had a very nice run, very fluid and aggressive, and I would personally pick to be somewhere. Here comes the replay of her run. Let's check out what she brought. full commitment, plenty of aggression here. And yes, I just looked up at the mountain, but it's not live. We are watching a replay.
No, this is from earlier on.
This is from a solid 15 minutes ago. But really good. I really like the control, how hard she fought for that. Didn't quite get as much air. But
No, probably not as what she would have wanted. There she is. She's
the nervous
bouncing.
way. I feel for her. It's been a long way. It's been a good 15 or so minutes. But they're gonna be cutting this tension soon by dropping a score straight through it. Let's hope it's the one she wants.
Oh, look at her. Look how much.
There's a world championship on the line. Could you imagine that?
Well, that's it. You know, she gets to go back to La Clusaz and say, hey, I only went and won the Junior World Championships.
I'm pretty sure you're only allowed to ski at La Clusaz these days if you have some kind of world title. The amount of world champions they're producing.
Well, they're thinking
it's almost
long and
irritating
hard here, aren't they?
Yeah, they are, which is good. These are the best judges in the world. They're judging the Freeride World Tour. Dion Newport, Bertie Denovo, Lolo Biss, Hugo Harrison, and the legend Tom Burt. So we are in safe hands, but they're just taking their time. As we look at the crowd, look at this great crowd of friends, family, and local Andorrans. Out in the middle of nowhere we are.
We are. Hour and a half hike up here this morning.
If someone could come get me in a helicopter this afternoon, that would be great.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not mega stoked about the walk down, but I'm sure it'll be
Walking
okay.
up in the dark was lovely. The
walking
sunrise,
up, the sunrise
the
was
peace, the
gorgeous.
serenity. A little less serenity right now.
That is
a little
true.
more jet fuel being burned.
That is true. I will point your attention as well. We will have the Skiers Cup broadcast live immediately after this, but let's not jump the gun here.
We've got a whole another division as well. We've still got the snowboard women.
Yes,
it's going to be a great show. 4 great riders there from around the world. And we're still waiting on this score.
Wow.
I can sense the frustration from the young Frenchwoman. It's a big call, though. There's a lot on the line here.
Well, it's nice that they do get the luxury to go back like this and rewatch the run.
Oh, the modern age, aren't we? Such lucky sods to have a replay, Cineflix cameras, live review, and all this. We're pretty much pausing reality. Those are some big skis. She certainly knows how to drive them.
Well, they really are making her wait for this.
I think we should put a bet on it. What are you calling?
I think second place. I
personally think I'd like to see the top section of Miss Medhus from Norway, but it's very tight. I think second as well, personally.
Here's a run again. We're getting another look at it here. Ilona Carlo. And
I imagine none of the judges are going to be friends ever again after this. It sounds like with the amount of talk they're having on this one run.
I mean, how much of it does come down to the judges', personal preferences?
I mean, that is a factor.
Is that ever a factor, or is it more standardised than that, really? Because ultimately, it's
kind of
free riding. It's loose. It's open to interpretation, isn't it?
That is the thing. It is subjective. The judges' kind of appreciation of style. We do have the 5 categories: line choice, control, fluidity, air and style, and technique. But the thing is, these 2 riders kind of both ticked all the boxes and have very similar lines, and then it comes down to little things, like sometimes it can honestly be a gut feeling. Who had that little je ne sais quoi,
little flash of brilliance.
I really like how she rolled into this very smoothly. That's the closest thing she had to a control issue, was going slightly back on her skis, but not even an issue. That's a tough call.
And the big claim.
I'd give it second because she claimed.
Yeah. She's
no, that's just me being silly and fussy. If she's excited, she should show it, and she was. I imagine that excitement sort of probably boiled down to something bordering on frustration, but she's about to get the news.
All right.
Hold on to your seat, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, it's got to be disappointment judging by that little walk away. 72.2.
She grabs 72, grabbing third. We're both wrong. That's why we're not the judges.
Yes, sir.
Wow, hard to know what to say
that.
here.
That is disappointment bottled right there.
That is a passionate rider. I have no doubt she's got great things coming for her in her future if she keeps riding like this. Very talented, but today not getting quite what she was hoping for, it seems. A podium in my mind is still a great result, though.
I think so. In the Junior World Championships.
Of the world.
There it is then. Ilona Carlo finds herself in third after a long wait. Olivia Askew from the US of A in second, but Synnøve Medhouse in first position for Norway.
Commiserations also, I guess, going to Mia Winans for just having that long wait and getting just bumped off the podium. It's happened to me. It could happen to you.
It's a cruel world.
It is cruel, but that is Freeride. Great skiing all around. The winner on screen there. She is. Oh,
look at that.
I think I'm tearing up. That's pretty gosh darn cute. Obviously, this means a lot to her, as it should. The Freeride Junior World Champion right in front of you of ski woman. Probably going to get her name wrong once more. Synnøve Medhouse.
Well, there we go. Right, let's move on to the female snowboarders. Only 4 of them ready to tackle this face. Jasmine Elter, Jenna Palla, Fiona Torello, and Gail Millet. Excuse my Swiss.
I actually have to give it to the Freeride Junior World Championships. This has been some of the most difficult names I've ever had to say in my commenting history. That's like every single one. Hayley Cook, good for you. I like you. That's nice and simple. Thank you. We appreciate that. No, it just shows the breadth of culture and nations present, doesn't? Well, this is the World Championships. It's all over the globe, truly international, and what a show it's been. And it's not over yet.
Well, first to drop will be the defending champion. She got first here last year. Jasmine Erta from Italy. Just 16 years of age. And facing the unenviable task of dropping in first for the females. So here she comes.
Strong, confident riding right out of the start gate. Going full line. I am a big fan of full line riding, and so far she is cooking down. Threading through these rocks very easily. Going down to this tricky little section. Short work though. No air, but easily dealt with.
In case my mom has stumbled upon this, just to clarify, full line, that's pretty much straight down, isn't it?
Yeah.
The full line.
And wow! How was that?
Yes!
She is in an awful hurry. Probably has an assignment that's overdue at home and is bashing down to get it done.
Charging down here.
Really strong riding.
Oh, hold it.
Wow, she's cooking. Not much in the way of airs, you'd say, but using some technical riding in the some of the steeper sections of the face. Nice little shifty over the roller there. I'd say the women's snowboard's off to a pretty gosh darn good start. If you do excuse the French. Look how rocky that is. Just lacing through, no problems. I like this bit. Kind of just bouncing down the grass.
Yeah.
Technical tussock riding there from the young Italian.
Job done.
That was fast.
All right. What the judge is going to do there? Their pens are probably still warm from doing Ilona's score. The abacuses will have to be reset back to 0.
Here we go, the opening score dropping. It's a very solid 70 points for Jasmine Erta. And she's fired up. I wish I knew how to say congratulations in Italian.
That's good.
Grazie mille. Was that thank you?
That's just thank you. England, once again, showing why it's the capital of culture here in Europe.
You know that people that speak 3 languages are trilinguists, people that speak 2 languages are bilinguists, and people that speak 1 language are English.
Yeah, I unfortunately have the same problem. I blame my New Zealand schooling. Or
I
lack
blame my
thereof.
parents. Yeah. All right.
But moving on from random banter to the young rider from the USA, Jenna Paller.
It says here that she's a Capricornus, but I don't think that's an actual star sign, do you?
No, it might be in Europe, but it isn't in the rest of the world. Now, she's got her work cut out for her. She wants that top spot. 70 points was a pretty good opening score there from Yasmin, but there's plenty of room to move. She could take an entirely different approach. She's gone to a similar zone. Let's see what she chooses to do with it. I'd like to see some airtime.
Well, Jenna coming out of Salt Lake City in Utah. She could easily find herself up at Brighton, Park City. I don't know how good Park City is for its free riding. It's good for its freestyle.
Having a little bit of an issue there, just kind of bouncing off a chunk of snow. She's making her way towards this rocky couloir and just popping those turns down. You'd say a little bit slower than Jasmine's run.
Yeah.
So far, a little less aggressive. She's still got plenty of room to grab some points though. There's some good looking features coming up below her.
Just 16 years of age as well.
Yeah, another one of these young riders.
Amazing experience. Yes! Hold it. Oh!
Don't hit your bum on anything. Just coming a little bit unstuck there. Went for
That's
a nice
shame.
air. But just kind of, a little slash there, a little surf style, I like that. But yeah, a little unfortunate with the control there. Hopefully she didn't manage to tag one of those rocks with any of her body parts.
No, that's never fun.
That is not fun. No matter how many squats you do, generally rocks win when you hit them. I landed on one last week.
Did you?
Good times.
Yeah, did you hurt your bum?
No. Worked away with a little bit of a boo-boo though.
Oh, did you?
But well done there to Jenna Paller from the USA. Score dropping for her. I think it'll be just below.
I think it'll be 41.25.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, well
yeah,
guessed.
wow. I thought you... But good experience.
Commentator Tim there showing his psychic, sorry, I mean. And we have up next Fina Torello, sorry, from Espanol.
Fiona then.
Doing the Macarena? Some kind of little warm-up routine of her. Getting herself in the
dance,
zone.
Getting the jig on at the top.
Why not? Whatever it takes just to make yourself feel comfortable and warmed up, ready to ride hard.
So 70 to beat. She needs to stay on her feet here.
Yeah, any mistakes will unfortunately be crushed. But she's got plenty of terrain to get those points she needs. And so far, solid riding.
Some nice turns.
Really confident, just pointing the board where she wants to go and holding on.
She had shades of old freeride legend Victoria Gelhaus there, with the hair flowing.
There's a name I hadn't thought of in a while. Just making her way down into sort of the middle portion of this venue.
Yeah.
She's lacking a few features. Oh, she might be listening. She's got the live webcast on her headphones.
In her ears.
She wants another one. Just kind of weaving through there. Trying to get back up on the bank. Changing things up a bit and then back off. Nice float there.
Oh, nice. But not
just
nice.
Washing that hair ledge out. Is that in snowboarding, is the hair ledge harder to hold on to in such situations?
Yeah, because what happens is the moment you land, if you straighten your legs at any point, you lose all control of it. It's like basically driving onto ice. You just yeah. And so it's
That's why I don't snowboard.
The toe edge is a lot easier to save, I think. She's gutted, and rightly so. That's a shame.
There was some really strong riding there. Fast
See, this
and
at the top
fluid
was
at the
nice
top.
at the top. Cheeky little air here. Da-ding!
Just trying to bump those points up. Ding!
Yeah.
Ding!
Oh, just sat down.
Yeah, unfortunate there. But putting it on the line, which is like what we'd like to see, and hopefully she's still going to be smiling at the end of today.
Well, there we go. We have our leaderboard. We have our official results.
Our lady leaderboard. A little disappointed there. Maybe needing a little bit of clarification perhaps from a coach as to why she's placed where she is, but moving on to the last rider.
I'm sorry. I said we had our results. We've got the last rider. I'm sorry.
Oh, yes, no. Well, we have a leaderboard.
Schoolboy.
But we've got one wild card in the deck who can change everything.
There you go.
It's all on her now. Gail Millet from Switzerland.
Right, what has she got for us? She's 116 years of age.
I'm pretty sure that's wrong.
No, it says it on the screen.
It does say it on the screen, so it must be right. 116 years of age,
she
the oldest junior ever.
I was going to say she wouldn't be a junior.
Let's see what kind of approach she's going to take. Getting a nice little air there. Good control. That is not easy looking.
No, she's really had to throw the brakes on there, hasn't she?
Working into this rocky section, trying to get a more perhaps technical line than the previous snowboard riders. Getting into this little zone with a nice little closeout. I'm liking this. She's just sort of, she's choosing her own way, to quote Fleetwood Mac. And just bumping that score up. Just needs to keep linking
go
these.
your own way.
It is, it is. Just mangling puns left, right and centre here.
Now, it is worth saying that the judges can only score what they see. Oh, she's reappeared again from our view. The live view, not the TV camera view.
And, ooh, I like the look of this. This is a technical little section. Let's see how she can dance her way through here. Bit of a bum check there, unfortunately. Tussock riding.
Oh, she knows what she's doing here.
Picking a really technical line here, just goating her way down the mountain. And
Very
racing
nice.
out the bottom. Very different from the previous runs.
Yeah.
Completely different zone. Thoughts?
I think with the bum check and with the apprehension and the, not much air time, I don't think it's going to trouble Jasmine Elter. I think the Italian is going back-to-back wins here in the Junior World Champs.
That's a tricky. Without that issue, there's a much more technical line. Just looking back in my mind to what Jasmine hit, I'm picking second.
You're going to go second here.
And I'm wrong.
Third place.
Yeah, she did have that big bum check, didn't she? And that's cost her there, unfortunately. So we have a new, rating.
You've done it. You've done it.
Look at the realization on her face. That is lovely. Defending her title. I believe the first person today to do so.
There you go. Yes, sir.
Jasmine Erta rushing off screen. Way too happy to be on live television.
All right, we have the official standings then.
Jasmine Erta defending her title, taking it out, followed by Fiona Toello from Espanyol and Gail Melle from Switzerland is your 2016 Freeride Junior World Championship.
Commiserations to Jenna Pallett, who goes back to the US of A in 4th, back to Salt Lake.
But a positive experience all round for everyone here, I think. A great day in the mountains. Hopefully everyone home safe. No injuries we know of to report. No, not even that many big crashes. Look at the emotion on Jasmine. She is absolutely over the moon.
Well, the Freeride Junior World Champion ski men, Jackson Bathgate, snowboard men, Joseph Naudi Desgarrega, ski women, Signeve Medhouse, and snowboard women, Jasmine Erta. They are your 2016 Freeride Junior World Champions. Andorra, yet again, you have been fantastic, formidable action here across the valley from Grandvalira. You can see it there, basking in the sun, looking beautiful as ever from Tim Warwood and Sam Smoothie here in the commentary booth. It's been brilliant.
Adieu, world. See you next time. Stick around for the Skiers Cup live webcast, sticking in a few minutes. The show will continue on there.
Absolutely. www.skierscup.com. You've got just about enough time for a cup of tea and a slice of toast. And then we'll be back. We'll see you in a bit. Thanks for watching. See you next year. Bye-bye.
Woo. Have you seen these names? Seriously? What? Oh, I'm judging you.